I'm so sorry. I don't want to blame. I'm having some technical difficulties, but to be honest, ever since I did the freaking Google update, you know when you update your browser on Google and it fucks your whole everything up on your computer. And for me, it's just been like every week when I try to go live, all of my streaming settings have been reset and I have to like redo everything, and it's kind of a lot. So that's what's been happening lately. That's why I keep being like super duper late, and I apologize. I don't know. Hopefully Google, why did Google do that, man? Why you do that? Put your update out and then it fucks everyone's world up. Does that happen to anyone else when they do their Google update? That like your browser forgets everything and then it doesn't remember for like months is what it usually happens. It like takes months for it to like remember again. So I'm just in that stage where I'm having to redo everything every time. And it's just like a lot. And sometimes the streaming service has glitches and it doesn't want to let me in. So anyways, I apologize. And welcome. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you. Yay. How exciting. Amy, I told you, girl. Okay, Amy, yes. Thank you so much for the super chat. Amy, that's amazing. Says I got my official offer at Pepsi. I start October 31st. How exciting. We knew you could do it. We knew you could do it. And you have been working on this and pushing through. But I also, and I also know that you've had some moments where you're freaking out, right? So even in your freak out moments, you're still able to push through and manifest this, okay? So remind yourself that next time you are in one of those freak out moments, you know what? I can manifest even in my freak out moment. So right now, I'm not really worried. It's still going to happen. We're all good. Everything's still on track. What else? What else is our good news? What else have we what have we manifested? Killa Pop-Tarts streaming from the gym. Nice. Samira says it was for you so you could finish packing and get shit done before watching this. That's amazing. So thanks, Samira, for making my Google work so well. Holy shit, it is October. Oh my God. You guys are literally like, you guys are in the chat saying, damn, it really is October. And then I'm like, oh shit, damn, it is October. That is nuts. Hold on, I have to process this for a moment. Excuse me. That's October means my birthday's a month away. So, I mean, not that you guys care. I care. It's my birthday. But I know we got a bunch of birthdays even in the chat. And I know we have a lot of Libras. I keep seeing like Libra season, Libra gang shit. So, hey, Libras, it's your time to shine. Carrie, I noticed we have some new people. Carrie, welcome. Carrie says, I'm looking to figure out how to make law of attraction work for me. Carrie, how to make law of attraction work for me? Give me 1 second, because I saw earlier somebody was new as well, but I wasn't able to address the chat because I couldn't go live yet. Someone else was new. Where did I see that? Oh yeah, I didn't say anyone's name. I didn't do the thing I always do. Let's do that. Mimi was here first. Mimi, Alicia, Controversy, hello. Gabriella, Shantae, you stay. Dina, Leanne, April. Sorry, then we're chatting back and forth. SG. Going through chat. Ashley, Rachel, Mama, Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Linda. There's me talking to you from my other account because I was logged into the wrong one. I was chatting with you on my phone. Tiffany, hello. Whose birthday is it? I'm seeing birthdays, but I missed whose it was. Nay Risque, hello. I like that name. Aaron, hello. Tiana, hello. Cosmo, hi. Samira, hello. Samantha, hello. Killa Pop-Tart, Mesh, Michelle, Carrie. Oh, trying to catch up the witchy wheels. Oh my God. Where have you been? Oh my God. Okay. I'm glad you're here. You're back. Janessa, Zoe, AB, Fakiha, girl. We got S. We got S and SG. Grimy, Shopaholic. Ooh, Shopaholic. I can relate to that. Maya, hello. We got a bunch of new people in the house. We have some old friends that haven't been here in a while coming back. Heck yes, that's amazing. What a good Monday. Vivi, hello. So, Tabitha, hello. Welcome back. What a fun day. It's somebody's birthday. I don't know who it is because I missed it. But I saw that there was birthday. Congrats. Wit, hello. Welcome back. Witchy Wheel says, sorry for being a stranger. It's all good. I know you got stuff going on, but just know we have definitely like thought about you and wondered where you were and talked about you, and glad to have you back. So, okay. We're talking about good news. Heather, hello. Heather, how have you been? We're talking good news because Amy got her job with Pepsi, which is amazing. You start on Halloween, which is like super cool. And I want to know what have we manifested? What's the good news? What are we celebrating? Tiffany says, loving the look today, Roxy. I'm getting serious 70s Bond girl go-go dancer vibe. Thanks, Tiffany. Thank you. I was feeling it with these little clippies. Malachi's here. Malachi's twerkifesting. I was just thinking today, we need to make twerkifesting shirts before any of these fucking bitches try to act like they made it up. I'm gonna go make my shirt. Oh. And I have a, hold on. We have a merch winner. I'm not sure if she's a Mindset Monday person, but I'm going to get the name right here. My team sent me the name. We just had the Move the Fuck On training. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have some crazies. Okay. Move the Fuck On was last week, right? There's been such weird manifestations around that program. It's like weird stuff happened. For one, we accidentally sent out the passcode to my entire email list. So everybody that's a part of Roxy Talks community got the Zoom link. And so we had to just discreetly jump onto a different Zoom call. And so it was just really funny. And then somebody that was on there was like, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm like, just stay, you're here. They messaged me. They're like, oh, I don't know if I should be here. I'm like, no, just stay, you're here. And it ended up great because in my opinion, they needed it, and they ended up being a great addition to the group. And then another weird thing that happened is that on the call, I kept using this analogy of what do you do if the basement floods? I'm going to stop saying right there. if you were there, you remember. And then I was like, wait, I don't want to manifest that. My husband's like, why the hell are you saying that? Yelling at me. And I'm like, oh yeah, just undo, erase. Well, I had to go out of town this weekend. And while I was out of town, the night I left, a pipe burst in my house and my basement flooded. And my sister was here watching my dog and my cat, and was not a fun time for her. So Killa Pop Tart says happened for a reason. Yeah, and it's pretty crazy because and nobody could get a hold of us because I guess our phones were on silent. We were sleeping and nobody was in town because it was for a wedding. So none of my family was in town. My sister was here, the only one pretty much. And no one could really help her. So it just ended up being a nightmare. But luckily she was, is there a Move the Fuck On replay needed? Yes, Samira, actually there totally is. Leanne, do you mind dropping that link for that, please? Thank you. And I'll have it on my website later today as well. So when I woke up, my husband woke up and he was on the phone at 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, who's he talking to at 6:30? And he's like, your mom. I'm like, why are you talking to my mom? That's so weird. Why are you talking to my mom at 6:30 in the morning? He's like, oh, our basement flooded. And I was just like, Of course it did. And the first thing I did was literally I rolled over in bed and sent Leanne a voice text. I'm like, you're never going to fucking believe what happened. But of course it did. It just was like, what do you do other than just like laugh, you know? I mean, my poor sister wasn't laughing, but I don't know. Anyways, so now after the palm tree incident and now this, clearly I'm going to be moving. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. My eyeballs, as I was just about to say, I'm clearly going to be moving soon. My eyeballs popped over to Leanne, put move the fuck on, and my eyes went to move as I was saying the word move. And I'll tell you a little bit before I get back into your guys' stuff, because everybody's always interested in like my psychic and stuff like that, because I have a psychic and like what we talk about and stuff. I was supposed to talk to her tomorrow, but she's sick, so we're not talking till Thursday. But I talked to her after the palm tree incident, and she had been telling me for close to a year that my landlord, they're thinking about selling our house. And I'm like, nope, we're going to stay here. Nope, not us. Nope, we're going to stay here, blah, blah, blah. We're going to stay as long as we want. And she's like, you were pushing him off. You were really pushing him off for a long time. And then everything with that tree that happened, everything, it just kind of like all that energy moved. It was a massive movement, like we talked about, taking massive action and big movement and stuff. And passing the test. It was right around when passing the test came out. And oh my God. You guys, what the I need to be so careful about my next program. Thank God the next programs are about money, getting money, being in love. Oh my God, my husband's yes. We need to make sure that we're talking about, okay, hold on, because I just fucking realized that in Pass the Test, I had to pass a major test having to do with my house. And now with Move the Fuck On, I had another big thing that's like, telling me that I'm probably going to be moving sooner than I maybe anticipated. Neighbor Skate says, rolling in dough. Yes. So that's what we're going to think. Yes. Okay. Let's talk about this rolling in dough, because that's what our next program is. Oh, that is so funny. That is so funny. Tiffany says, I saw that on your IG story. It's crazy that the most passive statement can manifest, like, seriously. It makes more and more sense how we manifest every moment of our lives. More bridge of incidents to move. Yeah, totally. Exactly. And it's like, Heather says, you did warn that business is booming is too powerful. Well, that's where I've been. Yes, Heather. Fuck yeah. You're right. Business is booming is too powerful. Shit is booming. So, this is so funny. This is just so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, rolling in the dough is Michelle, you're so funny. Michelle's a comedian. Actually, I have thought about moving to South Carolina, because after I watched Southern Charm and I saw those like houses, I was like, whoa. And then I'm sure the real estate has gone up, but like when that show was on, somebody was they were looking at a house, and they were looking at like, it was like this massive house with like a fucking lake, like huge land, probably like I don't know if it's an acre, I'm just making it up, maybe an acre, a huge lake. And she's talking about this motherfucker is 700,000. You can barely even get a condo in where I live for 700,000. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Do I want to live in Charleston on a lake? I don't know. Maybe I do. So Michelle, I don't know. No, actually, no, my psychic told me, she already told me, she said it's close. She said it's close by, and she said it's by the beach. So I already know that, because I already know. I know where I'm going. I don't have it picked out yet, but I know that our goal was to move closer to the beach. So she said that, I'm like, cool. Everything's on track then, man. So she feels it. She's like, yeah, it's not far from where you are, and it's close to the beach. I'm like, cool, man. Sounds good. So, Tiana, no worries. I'll get to that in just a moment. I'm so sorry. And thank you for being patient. I just, sometimes I blah, 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 blah. Rambles. Wick. Somehow I said, no, I was saying lake and wit at the same time. Wit is saying, you've been manifesting a lake house. Okay, happening with a few weeping willow trees. That's beautiful. So right now, I've been, we talk about writing our goals. I've been saying that for a few weeks now that I've been reading that book. Since I read Get Rich Lucky Bitch. I've been writing my goals every day. And one of them is I live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, beach house. I live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom beach house with a big yard and historic palms, because obviously now I know that for me, a requirement is to have the big, huge historic palms in my yard. So okay, so let me do me a favor. Tiana, I'm gonna get you to you in just a moment. I have decided to change up how I'm doing answering the specific person questions, because it gets me in a weird vibe on Mondays, and I just don't want to start my week off with like that anymore. And I love and appreciate you, the super chat. So what I'm doing is taking your questions and putting them into an actual video so that you can refer back to it. And there's, something tangible to come from your question. And it's not just like something I talked about in a Mindset Monday some week. I was literally just thinking about today. I'm like, how would somebody find, like, would they, like, I was like, I'd probably go into my bank statement and figure out what day it was that I sent the super chat so that I could find the Mindset Monday. And even that's like kind of a pain in the ass. So, the new way of doing it is I will answer your question in a video and I'll put it on the channel, and then you get a whole video and you can access it at any time. And, I love and appreciate you, but I also want to give you something in the moment to help soothe and ease you so that you can get on your way. First, I do have a video about being blocked, and I also have videos about manifesting the opposite, because you're talking about being on such a good path before this happened, and now you're saying you refuse to message him because you always chase where the silence is killing you. Okay, so really, I want to say, like, if you were on a good path and something weird happened, keep going with your manifestations, keep pushing, because what did I just tell you? Like, I'm manifesting a house and my basement flooded. And like last month or the end of August, my landlords came over and cut down a 100-year-old fucking palm tree in the middle of a day and without any warning or anything. Certainly not with my okay. I would have fucking gone out there and like hugged the tree like Fern Gully shit. So that happened, and I wasn't trying to move. I mean, I was like, obviously I'm always open to, upgrading my life, but I wasn't trying to move. I wasn't planning on it. I love my house. I'm comfortable here. I don't really like need to move. And I think that was part of the why I needed something major to crash through my life to get me into the new energy so that I can match up to my house when it's ready to go on the market. So make sure that when shit happens, if you've been on your game and something negative happens, good. Go ahead, universe, because that it's doing its thing. And even if it sucks, just hold on. The boats are rocking. Just like you're in a storm. Just because you're in a storm doesn't mean you're going to bail and jump ship. Just hold out, ride out the storm, and keep focusing on focusing on your story and making sure that everything is still aligned with what you're saying, even though things don't feel right or look right. I just saw it, so I'm trying not to be distracted. But Malachi says South Carolina. I can't talk. South Carolina has major snow. I just want to make it snow. Do you guys remember that video? Okay, that's funny. Yeah, I don't think I want that. I'd have to be seasonal. Okay, and also I wanted to say, we're going to put up the replay for Pass the Test as well, and that might be good for you, Tiana. I want to say a couple things first off. So I will give you a full video on the channel to answer your question more in depth. But also, don't give up the story just because something negative happened. You have to push through. This is when it's the most crucial, okay? So having said that, Pass the Test would be great for you. And honestly, Move the Fuck On was so good. Like, I don't know. I was really, my whole point in Move the Fuck On, I really just wanted to be super aligned. I didn't stress about it. I wanted to just chill and just have a good day and be in good vibes. And I just wanted to be open so that all the information that needed to flow would just come to the people that were there and to the people that are going to hear it. And honestly, I think is like the best training I've ever given. I had the best time. Even though I manifested an amazing new house. Thank God I manifested an amazing new house on that call. I loved it, obviously, because that's where I manifested my house. So anyways, that one also would be really good. So we'll be having replays available on my website, and then I have new programs coming. And I'm not trying to, I know I'm telling you a bunch of stuff. I'm not trying to sell you on a bunch of shit, but I do want to tell you what's coming up, because we are, again, trying to provide like the best, most exciting, most unique, most upgraded, most up-leveled, most personal experience that you can get in manifestation and all of this. So we behind the scenes are doing so much to make really, really cool shit available for you. So I just want to tell you what's up. There is a video coming. I thank you so much for the super chat. Stay focused. What I'm going to be doing from now on to do this SP thing, what I decided was that like I can open up space and hold space for SP when I know it's like, okay, we're going to go into this session. It's going to be SP day. Let's go do this thing, versus me having to get into the energy that like it kind of triggers me to talk about it all the time, like every week. That's why I don't want to do it on Mindset Mondays. What I'm going to do now is host just SP Q&A sessions. So we're doing our very first one on October 25th, and it's going to be channeling. It's going to be, I'm going to combine my channeling with numerology and astrology, and tarot. My brain was trying to say both those words at one time. Astrology. channeling, tarot, numerology, and astrology. Those are the ones. I'm going to use all of those mediums to help guide you with your love. And we're just talking about love. It's all SP related, and that's the time we're doing it. So that is happening on October 25th, and you can sign up at my website, roxytalks.com/live programs. That'll get you there right now. So just to let you know, that's happening. So that's going to be really fun. It's a new thing. I've never done anything like this before. We're like, okay, how does Teresa Caputo host it? How would somebody like, how would it be if it was like a famous psychic, if you were going to see John Edwards or something? How can we make it set up so it's like a channeled event? That's what it's really going to be about. I'm going to open myself up and really give you the information and find out what spirit wants to tell you about your relationship and about your person. So if you're interested, roxytalks.com/live programs. Leanne linked in the chat as well. Okay. So and Tiana, again, you're talking about how hurt you feel. Yeah, it's really important, I think, that when you're manifesting with a wound, even if it's a fresh, especially, let's talk about a fresh wound, manifesting with a fresh wound, because we're all manifesting with like old wounds. We're all manifesting with however old you are wounds. But, here, Leanne put a direct link. I'm going to put this right here in the chat for the SP Q&A channeling session. Thank you, Leanne. Witchy Wheels is taken off. Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by, babe. Appreciate you, and glad you made it back. I think it's really important when you have a fresh wound that's like getting in the way of your manifestation, you work on healing it, because like I just said, it's getting in the way of your manifestation. And obviously the goal is to always work on these wounds and heal over this pain that's manifesting more shit of the same that you don't want to deal with. But like, the old wounds are kind of not easy to manifest with, but we kind of know our way around it. Like the path is worn. A new wound hurts. It's fresh. The old wounds are dull. It's just the same old, that old thing, like, yeah, I know. I've been fucking miserable for 20 years about that. It's nothing new. But when it's something that just happened, like that initial pain of the wound, of the wound happening, it so affects your, how do I say this? Your energy, your emotions are so affected. You feel so wounded. And I was just listening to Bruce Lipton talk about when you're feeling victimized, when you're operating under the assumption that you've been victimized, that you are a victim, you are going to use thoughts that attract more victimization, you know? So I think it's important that when you're wounded by someone or something, that you work on healing the wound versus focusing on manifesting them. And as I'm saying that, it's like, it's just the most obvious thing. And I'm surprised it took me 20 fucking minutes to come around to this sentence, but like, clearly that's the way to do it, because you are manifesting on autopilot. You are always manifesting. Your partner, your person is a manifestation of your thoughts and your opinions and your beliefs. So if you work on how you feel about that person in that situation, if you make it okay and heal and forgive yourself for what you perceive that you've done, forgive them for whatever, blah, 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 for, whatever, wherever you can make peace and smooth things over. Fuck. The train just fucking left the tracks. It was just like bloop. Oh, my brain functions so well. I can always keep my thoughts on track. I don't remember. Sorry. The sentence just literally fell off the track. I saw it like in my brain. It was like, bye. Like off a cliff. Boy, I'm done. Oh, come on. Something about a fresh wound. Something about it just turned off. Like that literally, it was just like the sentence turned off. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh my gosh. That's funny. I'm sorry. Heal the wound is all I can say. It's fucking your shit up, obviously. Doy, get it, do it. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Michelle. Please hit that like button. Tiffany says, do you think the Roxy Talks brand will expand to the point that you'll have to have a physical location to base out of, or will it always remain online and virtual coaching support? I've always envisioned there being some sort of physical point of contact. I don't know. I have like several ideas, and I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't do all of them, like, why wouldn't we do all of them? If we just didn't, I guess is the only reason why we couldn't or wouldn't. So, yeah, I think for sure there will be like a physical location to base out of. Maybe that might be in the works. But yeah, I think we could do all the things for sure. And I do have definitely like at least 3 separate plans for physical type. Actually, no, I think that's 4. 4 separate things for physical type experiences, I guess we'll call it that. Okay, thanks, you guys. You reminded me what I was talking about. The victimized space, you tend to get in from a fresh wound. Fresh wound needs to heal before manifesting beyond that. How that energy affects your manifest thoughts. Yeah, okay, so so when you feel so victimized and you feel so hurt, like you're just radiating that. I feel hurt. This sucks. Like honestly, Tiana, you were doing so good, and then look at your sentences from now, what you put in the chat. Just all you have to do is look at your chat to realize where your energy's at right now. And that says all, like what you typed says everything that you need to know. That's where your mind is at. Heal that, because the resentment, pain, anger, fear, worry, doubt, insecurity that's coming from this is spilling all over your manifestation. I use this analogy for my clients is like, if you had a gunshot wound and you were trying to make a bed, I don't know, write a novel, fucking do a task of any sort, you would be bleeding all over the fucking place. And your focus, your number one focus, would not be able to be on making the bed or writing the novel or doing whatever task. It just would not be your number one focus priority. It's impossible to. So deal with the wound that's causing you so much pain and bleeding all over your shit, and then make your bed, right? Then do the stuff. Because if you make your bed while you're bleeding all over the place, you have a bigger mess than you had to begin with, right? So that's kind of the idea here. Work on healing the wound and forgiving and loving, and then go back into your story instead of, why did he do this? I need this. How can I blah, blah, blah? How can I make this happen? How do I manifest this? All that's bullshit. It's not going to get you anywhere except fucking further down the hole. Leanne. I know I said I wasn't going to do Mindset Monday clips anymore, but I feel like that was, somebody said I should do a video on it, and I feel like I just answered it. And if I, it's a transmission, so it's like that was the answer. Maybe we should just clip that one up and then cut out the part where I forgot everything for 5 minutes. Nobody needs to know unless they're here live. So SG says, is it weird I don't want to hear SP stuff when things are going good? I've even stayed away from the Facebook group. No, it's not. I don't want to hear SP stuff when things are going good either. That's why I don't want to really talk about it anymore with love for everybody. It's not that I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it constantly every single week and have to drudge up the same answers all the time. And so that's why I'm doing this Q&A channeling thing, so that we can hold space for just that. So everybody that's there knows we're talking SP, and everybody that's there wants SP stuff. So we're in like company. We know what we're talking about. And then I can use more divination tools to kind of open up and get even more insight into it. So yeah, it's going to be different than anything I've ever done. Again, I'm going to use the channel, my channel, my connection, numerology, astrology, and tarot to give you messages about your relationship and give you some really custom stuff. So I'm excited for that. It'll be fun. Because it's not that I hate talking about it. It's just that I don't want to dredge it up every week. That's really what it boils down to. That's what I've noticed, because I'm actually excited to do this event. So I know that it's not that I don't want to do that. I don't like repeating myself. I don't want to talk about the same shit every time. And I definitely don't want to talk about so-and-so's shitty boyfriend every week. Not saying anyone here is that, but that's what my brain does. Literally, that's where my brain goes when I do all this every week. It's this constant thing. I'm just like, they did this, they blocked me, it's just constant complaining about the person. And that's why I'm like, oh, this is too much. I can't anymore. So now we'll hold space just for the love stuff, and we'll go super deep with it. We'll open up my channel and get as much intuitive messaging as we can, and like have a really good time in a good space with people who are of like mind and want to have that content going on. So they will be super fun. Linda Levy, birth charts. Okay. I don't think I'm going to do birth charts, because I don't want to be that. I'm not going to be doing that much research, because I like to do in the moment stuff. So I can take your numerology, your astrology, and pull a tarot card all in one moment and have like a snapshot really fast, and then have everything. So birth chart, I will say we do birth chart stuff in Synergy. So that's actually a private Synergy event. So if you want birth chart stuff that's more in depth, we do that in Synergy. Every month we have a private event. So this month's private event is going to be tea and tarot. So we're doing tarot, we're having some tea. And then next month for November, we're doing numerology night. So, and then, birth charts, again, we did that in September, but we can definitely do, I'm sure we'll do another birth charts night. But for this love one, it's not going to be birth charts, but I'll be using, so just like basic, probably your top 3, your, you know what? I'm going to ask for the Venus too. Leanne, if you can help me remember, when we give everyone the info to prepare, let's make sure if they can get their Venus signs like prepared. I don't need them to send it to us, but like just so they know, because I might want to know the Venus too. I was just thinking that there's the big 3 and then the Venus potentially. But just even sun signs and then birthdays and then tarot will be, I'll get plenty of information with that. So I'm so excited. It's going to be so fun. Okay, Elizabeth. Hey, girl. Elizabeth says, thank you for the super chat. Do you have any tips/advice on not leaving things unfinished and staying consistent, not giving up when things get hard in general? Okay. Elizabeth, forgive me. I'm sorry to blast this, but I think you've talked about it before, but you've diagnosed with ADHD, right? We talked about that, right? And I'm sorry to bring it up because I think I told you I'm thinking that I am, and so I'm looking to get diagnosed. Um, so I would just want to know if that's the case for you, Elizabeth, before I go into this question, if you don't mind. Linda, my Venus sign is Virgo. When I realized that, I was like, oh my God, it makes so much sense. And also, I've sworn off Virgos 3 separate times. Every time I've been with a Virgo, I was like, I will never be with a Virgo again. And I did it 3 times. And then after the third one, I was like, bitch, you should have listened. Not for you. And I find that interesting. Okay. Elizabeth, yeah, you said you are. Okay, so I'll be honest, I'm just now looking into, ways of managing the, like, I don't want to call it the distraction part of ADHD because it's, I guess that's like the blanket for that part of it, right? Because there's like different components of it. And there's that aspect of it where it's like, it's not really distracted, but also not being able to finish, like literally your brain not letting you complete a task. I get that so much. And I think that has to do with the hyperactivity too, right? It's like you're going so hard that you like can't turn over the engine. I don't know. So first thing I would say is making sure, Mama, you're so funny. Making sure that you're doing the things that help, like in the 3D. I would say like literally whatever 3D advice they have for helping those with ADHD to like complete the task or stay on board, or like, again, like I don't even really know exactly what all of it is because I'm just beginning to kind of look into it. But Killa Pop Tart says task paralysis. Yeah, stuff like that, right? You said you never finish anything you start, but when you start, you hit it heavy. Okay, so yeah, so what I was going to say is first off is that is totally from my few weeks of research, a symptom, or not a symptom, but like a behavior type of someone that has ADHD. So I know that they're oh, Killa Pop Tart, you're an ADD behavior therapist. Well, fuck, bitch, we need you, okay? So I know, so help me out here because I know that there's like stuff and practices, like I literally have just barely cracked the code, I know, or open the lid to this, ways to help these things, right? The staying on task, pushing through, I don't know, the task, I don't even know what it is yet. So I would say first off is to do the 3D stuff because like Killa Pop Tart, she's a behavioral therapist with in this exact field. So there are specific things that can be done in the 3D to, turn this stuff into superpowers, kind of like where my mindset is about it. But you said practice using follow through. So the next part I was going to say, Killa Pop Tart, practice using follow through. And I want to ask you, like, would you be starting small? Would you be starting small, practice using follow through on smaller things? Or are you just like, you plow to the end of the fucking finish line? Like, because I don't know. So, but what I want to say outside of, for the manifesting side, is that I can tell you that what you just said, let me find your exact quote, Elizabeth. I never finish anything I start, but when I start, I hit it heavy and I don't get it. That is an affirmation. That is a belief and it's a program. So it's a manifestation in your world. So obviously I would say, if you have the diagnosis as of now with this stuff, then start doing the tasks that help make it even, make it powerful for you instead of working against you. And then work on your sentences. I always finish what I start. It's easy to follow through. It's easy to finish tasks. I start heavy, I finish even stronger. One of the things, you guys tell me that like you have my voice in your head yelling at you sometimes. I have Jillian Michaels. I've told you that before, right? So one of the things that Jillian says is she always says, we don't quit at the finish line. This is when we give it even more energy and strength than we put in the very beginning. Obviously, she says that at the very end when you're fucking ready to die. But I always think about that. We don't quit at the finish line. This is when we put in more energy than we started with. So changing up the way you're talking about yourself is going to help you turn the tides manifestationally from a manifestation perspective. And then obviously doing what you can in the 3D to help. I keep hearing the word mitigate, to help mitigate the I don't want to say symptoms, the way it presents, right? Combine those two. Because remember when I talk about my 4-step healing process, if, I'm not saying disidentify with ADHD unless you want to. But I remember that one involves visualizing, affirming, and doing the 3D medicine that the doctors tell you to do, right? So visualize yourself completing the task. Visualize yourself completing the task. I did complete it. Ooh, here's Mel Robbins too coming through. Mel Robbins says, don't just visualize yourself completing the task. Visualize yourself stopping and not being able to move forward and then pushing through and finishing. Like, don't just visualize the end. Visualize the hard part where you can't make yourself do it and then you do it. So there's your affirmation. Sorry, there's your visualization. Your affirmation is whatever I just said 5 minutes ago before I started rambling. And you're going to do the 3D stuff to help mitigate in the now. You said with the SP workshop, I started it and then I just broke it up into daily pieces. So there you go. There's another way. Maybe if that works for you, then like maybe take these things that are bigger, these projects. Okay. Oh, okay. And you said the actual medicine made you focus worse. Let me have sorry, I was not actually saying to take ADHD medicine. I apologize. I was just saying, I meant medicine in quotation marks, like you do with the doctors, you do with the 3D thing. Because I was referencing my 4-step healing process and kind of trying to show you how you can use it to switch the way you're talking about this. I did not mean to say take any medication. That's not what I meant, actually. And I apologize for it coming across that way. I meant with that part, I meant doing what we were talking about earlier of the behavioral stuff of like doing the tasks that I don't even know what they are again, because I keep saying I haven't fully researched it yet. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I was not advocating medication, and I'm not advocating medication at all. I'm not saying either, but I just want to clarify that I was not speaking about ADHD medication in that moment. I was referencing on the whole, doing what the professionals tell you to do. The 3D professionals, the doctors, the therapists, the scientists, do what they do. And here's the mindset stuff. I'll tell you that stuff. That's where I was kind of going with it. Okay, you said finish books and finishing video games are things you really like to do. Okay, so yeah. So then your visualization is going to be you pushing through those moments and then getting to the end of it. And then your affirmations are going to be about, I'm good at finishing things. It's easy to finish stuff. I don't even care if I feel unmotivated right now because I'll just pick it back up later. Even like giving yourself grace in those moments when you can't, because I know for me, like that one that really gets me is like what'd you call it? The task paralysis. It's like immobility. Like I literally will sometimes, I can't move. I'm so overworked in my mind that I literally can't get off the couch. I've talked to you guys about that before. I can't move. My brain won't let me get up. And it's so weird. And I've always just like, I don't know what it means. I always thought I was lazy, you know what I mean? But like I work all the fucking time. I work 7 days a week, all fucking day long. I'm not lazy. I running a fucking booming ass business for years. Like I'm not lazy at all, but I feel lazy when my body says you could be doing more, you should be doing this, and my mind says you should be doing this and my body won't let me. So maybe like giving yourself grace in those moments to be like, you know what? Nope, we're done for the day. Even if it's something I love, maybe I'm done for the day and that's totally fine. Maybe I'll start tomorrow off with like a game sesh to get, start my day off or something. I'll play for 15 minutes before I go to work or something like that, just to like give yourself, what you weren't able to have yesterday. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go along. Dave says, with ADHD, we also don't have to force ourselves to do things a certain way or be a certain way. There's nothing wrong with having support needs or having a different way of accomplishing our goals. Yeah. And it's like, even when you say different, it's like, what is different? Like nobody does things the same way, right? Like everyone has their own way of doing things. And I think we've just been like conditioned into thinking that if you don't do it a certain way, you're doing it wrong, And that's where it's fucked up, because it's like, I may not function like everybody else, but I function and I do fucking fine. I do great at what I do, but it doesn't look anything like the way other people function, And actually, now that I'm saying it, that's what probably, no, of course, that's why I could never do like 9-to-5 jobs. I've never been good in an office. Like I just could never hold those type of jobs down. That's probably why I gravitated towards the restaurant industry, because it was like freedom and I could just be myself and kind of like fucking do all my shit and kind of you essentially running your own business when you're a server. Really, you're selling, you're making tips and stuff. So Elizabeth says, I've been reading The Illusion of Money and it's giving me a new perspective. Great book by our homie Kyle Cease. The Illusion of Money. Go pick it up, Amazon.com. Or I think if you get it at Kyle's website, you get like a free movie or something like that. Tiffany says, so interesting. I was going to therapy. She said she was telling me I was taking in so much info about manifestation and healing, etc., that I was going into analysis paralysis, unable to fully implement the wisdom. Wow. I think that happens a lot in our community, because it's easier to just keep learning and keep learning and keep learning than to implement, right? Like it's easier. It feels so much safer to learn than to take action, take risk, take action, take risk. And I mean, we were indoctrinated into sitting down and learning all day long. Like we find that to be normal. And I'm not saying it's bad. Like obviously I will be educating myself for the rest of my life. But we have been taught to learn, and we probably find comfort in it because so much of us, we spent the first 20 years of our life sitting around learning. So learning is a comfort zone. Learn, get the knowledge. But when it comes to applying, that's when you got to step out of your comfort zone. That's when you got to take action. That's when you got to do things that are uncomfortable. Mish says, I'll learn all day. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's funny because like when I first decided that I wanted to do this, like coach people, once I made the decision of like, okay, I'm going to be a coach, I can coach people. Then I was like, how do I get clients? Once I started like, how do you get coaching clients? Literally, of course, I'm sure it was started off with a Google search like that. I went down the rabbit hole of internet marketing for 2 years. So I was taking webinar after masterclass and signing up with this coach and that coach. And like, I mean, ask my husband, I was constantly on webinar. I have like notebooks full of fucking just notes from webinars about how to set up and run an online business. And I definitely went down there. I'm glad I did it. Like I basically put myself through business school for 2 years. I didn't learn everything. It's so much, but I totally did that, went down the rabbit learning hole. And eventually I was like, bitch, you need to start it. You just need to start it. And that's when I kind of realized like the longer I wait to be ready to launch my business, the longer everyone I'm going to help has to wait with their bullshit. The longer you have to suffer because I can't get my shit together. Not that I couldn't get my shit together, but it was like getting over the imposter syndrome. Everybody goes through it. Excuse me. Okay, so somebody said, Samira says, Roxy, that's why I love you falling through for writing goals every day after reading Rich as Fuck. Thank you. I will say it's not Rich as Fuck that has that. It's Get Rich Lucky Bitch. It's the other one with the cuss word in the title, which I love. But both books are excellent books, and I recommend them for everybody. Michelle says, I was a server at Waffle House in my younger days. Ooh, boy, was that a life lesson. Yeah, it's interesting. Rolling in dough. You're right, Leanne. Perfect. So perfect segue. Thanks, Leanne. Let's talk about our other October event. Okay, let's talk for a moment. So just stay with me for like 5 minutes. I'm going to talk about what we're doing with Roxy Talks. I told you we're doing a lot of fun shit. Okay, let me tell you about the things that are coming up. First off, we have a synergy only event next Monday, Tea and Tarot. We have a monthly private event that's just synergy members and us. So it's super intimate. And we just do fun things like tea and tarot. We're going to have a wine night eventually. We're doing numerology. I told you we've done charts, stuff like that. It's just kind of like more fun stuff, just like lighthearted. Like we're constantly doing courses and classes and stuff in there. It's basically synergy is just all of my programs always. Any live training I do, any group program, the Q&A, all that stuff. So all the group events are a part of Synergy. So when you're in Synergy, you just get access to all of it for a monthly subscription fee. And you get one private event a month that's just for the Synergy members. And it's fun stuff. It's not all, it's not a course. It's just us getting together and doing fun stuff like tarot and stuff. So tarot and tea is happening on the 10th. Tarot and tea on the 10th. That's right. That's why we picked that day. And it's next Monday. So if you're interested in the tarot and tea and the two things I'm about to tell you right now, then join Synergy. Okay. Brown vibes. I have a funny story about that a little bit in a minute. So that's the Synergy event. Then we're doing a Rollin' in Dough Money Mindset Master Training on the 19th. Okay. So we're talking about money. We're breaking through money blocks. We're talking about higher levels of concept of holding the energy of money, of conceptualizing money, of getting rid of imposter syndrome, things like that. That's happening on 10/19. And then, of course, we have the specific person love Q&A channeling session where I will be using my own personal live open channel, tarot, numerology, and astrology to give you super specific insight into your relationship situation. And that's happening on October 25th. I think is the day of that. So yes, those are all that is happening this month. Okay. And Tiffany says, money, 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 money. Yeah, exactly. So Nay's going to be there on the 19th. Nice. Yeah. So those are our fun things that are happening. Those are just one-day events. Okay. Those are all one-time trainings. We're also planning on running a confidence boot camp, which will be an interactive group program we're also hosting a group confidence boot camp. We were thinking about doing 2, but then we're thinking 3, just because, as Leanne pointed out, 3 weeks to make a habit. So I might extend it actually. So it's a confidence boot camp. It's going to be unlike any program I've ever done before. We are literally trying to shake everyone up. I don't want any of these to be the same. I don't want anyone to be like, it's just the same shit over and over. Everyone's different. They all have different energy. They're all even structured differently. This confidence boot camp is different than anything I've done before. It's not like the 30 days of alignment boot camp, different than that. And it's different than the confidence course as well, the Confident AF. So I know that's a lot. If you're on my email list, we'll be sending out emails. Follow my Instagram stories for that kind of info and details and links and stuff like that. And then roxytalks.com, of course, is where you can sign up for all of these. Confidence boot camps will be coming soon for the details on that. Shannon says, I'm excited about all the things. Yes, because Shannon's in Synergy, so she gets all of it. So we basically have something going on every week. And we just like, we're always, our whole vibe behind the scenes is like, how can we be best at our lives and how can we make everything better for you guys? So that's literally what we do all day. So fun stuff coming. Okay. And then Leanne put links in the chat is what I was trying to say. RoxyTalks.com, of course, is where you can get all of it. Yep, Shannon's in the fam. Nazma, you're so sweet. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, Coben says, if I'm concerned about disaster, should I manifest to avert the disaster or should I instead focus on something incredibly positive to nullify anything bad? Both. And this is why I want to say is because I like to tell people throw the book at it, meaning like you want to hit it from every angle. You want to you want to see it happening in every avenue that would work out. So if it's about like okay, here's my answer, because the main goal, you want everything to be fine, right? That's the main goal, is that everything is fine, everything is okay. So if everything is fine, everything's okay, we're safe, I'm safe, everything is okay, we're intact, our stuff is intact, whatever it is, everything is okay, everything is replaceable, the lives are safe, the human lives are safe. I'm trying to, my brain's going through like the different things that could be, obviously there's so much bullshit going on in the world right now. So my brain's going to like this place and that place and trying to imagine like, what would I say if I was here? What would I say if I was in that place right now? If we're talking natural disasters, like I know is happening like Puerto Rico, like we're talking about, we're safe, everyone. I mean, it's the same thing. Cause I was even going to talk about Iran. Like I don't want to trivialize it. And that's sometimes where I avoid talking about this stuff. Is not that I want to avoid it, but that when we give energy to it, when we talk about it, we add to it, and that we have to think, I hate to say it, positive about it, as fucked up as that is. As manifestors, I believe like I'm not going to help the situation by talking about it and bringing more attention to it. I believe I'm here to help those who are in any situation conceptualize and manifest a way to wherever it is they want to be. So wherever it is that you're in the world, whatever you're going through, you said, so don't limit the possibilities to a narrow channel. I would say instead of thinking of it as, yeah, exactly. You don't want to limit the possibilities to a narrow channel because you want to, every possible way you see it going well, that's where your attention should go. It could go like this. 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 Oh my God, what if it went like this? And you're doing the opposite of, I hope this. Oh my God, I hope not this. Oh my God, this, not this. Like we're used to doing it when we go down and we go negative. We do it naturally and you don't really notice it, but it takes concentrated effort to do it in the opposite direction, but it's the same mechanism, right? So you really want to talk about, yeah, how it could be safe, how, not even how it could be, because it's not really your job to figure out how, it's your job to declare what it is, right? I always say you're the what and the now, not the when or the how. So in a disaster type situation, the what and the now would be, I know exactly what I want. Everyone's safe. I'm safe. The world has our back. The universe has our back. Things are working out in the best way possible. This is only going to help my people, my city, my country, my family, myself, whatever it is. And this is the road to it getting better. It's getting better as we speak. This is the road. Like you're putting your ideas, your focus into the idea that like, okay, good things are coming. Good. The good thing is on its way, right? Even though it doesn't feel like that in the moment. And the now would be staying conscious enough to not let yourself slip into fear, worry, doubt, right? no, it's okay. No, it's going to stay. No, I'm here and it's okay. Everything's fine. It's working out. Basically, because if you kind of go back into the old programming of what's the negative things of what could happen, then you're doing that. Not undoing your manifestation, but you're just not manifesting that anymore. Justino, I am doing a super fun specific person Q&A/channeling session on October 25th, where I will be just answering specific person questions. And I'm going to be using also my intuition with tarot, numerology, and astrology to help give some really fun and super custom tailored answers to these questions. But I'm going to be limiting specific person questions to just that medium for now. But the answer is yes, of course you can. You can affirm for whatever the hell you want. What if you needed money for rent and you were worried about it? Okay, so Gabby Bernstein talks about the choose and choose again method. And this is information. I don't want to steal coaching I got from my coach, because my coach gave me this information, basically this same advice I'm about to tell you when I came to her with, I still go through, I wasn't programmed, I didn't come up with money. I wasn't programmed to think of money in the way that I need to think about it in order to be an expansive, business owner who brings in all kinds of money. So it's something that I have to work on every single day, all day. It's part of, rewriting my stuff. And I'm just hearing like Bruce Lipton would say, you can just rewrite it once and then it's already good to go. But sometimes I'm working on that. We're getting there. We're rewriting it one thought at a time. So, when you're worried about worrying, fearing, doubting, you have to be careful, because not only are you rerunning your old program, so you're manifesting it again, you're manifesting it so that you don't have enough rent money, and you're also keeping yourself in that energetic space. Like you're not moving yourself out of it. So you're not actually making anything different. You're not making any headway. You're not like affecting things. So Gabby Bernstein talks about choose and choose again. And so basically you kind of have to recognize that you're having that thought, and you need to realize that it's a thought. It's not you. There's that thought again. She says, there's that thought again. And you say, I choose, and I choose again. And I choose to think XYZ. So you say something else, which we talk about catching and flipping. That's what that is, right? That's how I would call it, catching and flipping. She says, I choose and choose again. That's the way she talks about it. And you forgive yourself for having the initial fearful thought, because if you don't forgive yourself, what is she saying? Like you're tongue tied. Basically, no, tongue is loose and ready to go. That sounded really fucking weird. My mouth works when I speak very well. When you forgive yourself for the thought, you basically disassociate with it, and you realize, you see, oh, that's just a thought I've been thinking. It's not me. And I forgive myself for thinking it. And now I give myself permission to think something else. And so you're doing basically like a pattern interrupt, which I'll bring in the book, 8 Secrets. I don't have it with me right now. 8 Secrets to Master Manifest. 8 Secrets to Manifestation Mastery. I can't remember. What is her book called, Leanne? It's a tongue twister for me. My speech is easy. By Mandy Morris. 8 Secrets to Manifesting something by Mandy Morris. There's another M word in there. But in that book, she talks about the pattern interrupt and how to use a pattern interrupt when you are experiencing the same kind of pattern thinking, the same kind of triggered reaction, and changing the energy so that you can shift and manifest something different than you normally do. So when you're stressing about rent, understand that that's just going to keep rent away from you, and you have to switch your energy in a way that is forgiving and disassociating from this idea that you don't have or that you're not worthy. And then, of course, getting into the idea that you are worthy and that it is coming, whatever. Hey, Pumpkin Spice. Hi. You changed your name back. I just realized that. What did you change it to? You changed it to something for a minute and like we didn't know it was you. So you had to go back to Pumpkin Spice? Now you said it's never been an issue before, so don't make it a habit. Shannon says, okay, here, sorry. This is a synergy, because this is synergy fam, so I'm going to screenshot this and call this some synergy. Testimonials. Shannon says, I manifested a stipend today for doing choreography for the school musical. Nice. Oh my God, I miss doing that. That sounds fun. That's so awesome. Just money just for being yourself and teaching other people how to be themselves, how to embody the it girl. I saw you guys saying that. So we had our Taking Massive Action program last month, and everybody on there, like when they had their group sessions, they kind of came up with a secondary homework that they were going to do to like embody like the it girl energy or the it person energy. And so everybody was kind of like working on really embodying their own confidence and like being that bitch kind of idea. So that bitch, yeah, goes and choreographs some fun. Like that's a fun thing to do. That's not even like, I mean, of course it's work, but it's like fun work, right? I'm imagining it could be grueling. I hope it's not, but you got money. That's what we're talking about. Okay, you guys, I have to share something with you. This blew my mind. I don't remember who said it, and I apologize. I'm sure it'll come back around because I usually just listen to YouTube and it just plays a lot of things I've listened to before. So it'll probably come back around. And when I do hear it, I'll make sure to make note of who said this. But somebody was talking about, oh my God, it might have been Gabby. It might be in the same talk that I'm talking about. This might be Gabby Bernstein. I could be wrong, and I apologize if I am, but I'll figure it out one day. We are conditioned as people to like, that it's like virtuous to be negative almost. So don't go out. You might catch a cold. Don't quit your job because then you can't pay your bills. Like how many of us here, and this blew my mind open. I was like, oh my God, I was conditioned like this too. Like how many of us were conditioned to like, you're kind of going negative, but out of like a place of love, a place of safety, a place of like trying to warn someone, a place of like trying to protect someone but you're unknowingly putting limiting beliefs out there and like putting negative ideas out there. And, like, you know, again, obviously like limiting the scope of what's possible for you. And then it's like kind of like spreading this negative energy. And I never really, oh, Mama, you heard it too? Okay. It was a woman, right? I'm pretty sure it was a woman. And now I'm thinking it might have been Gabby. But I was like, that is so crazy. I never really thought about it. Like we were all kind of conditioned to do this like virtuous safety precautionary thing, which only just limits ourselves and then makes us put out like negative assumptions in the world. Mama says to be so humble that you're being negative. Yeah, exactly. Right. Because it's not from a place of like wanting to harm. You're like trying to protect and like love. Yeah. Anna, 111. Thanks for staying up with us. Oh, Leanne, you read her Spirit Junkie book in your book club. She just put out another one too. I think it's called Judgment Detox, something like that. Mimi, thank you. Thank you, Mimi. 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting. That is the name of the Mandy Morris book where she talks about. So 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting is a really good book because she's like a clinical therapist and she combines a lot of the scientific, like the physiological stuff going in the body. She explains what's happening in the body with the manifestation and why your patterns are coming up in your body and stuff. So it's a really good book to like understand the actual like mechanism of manifesting on a like biological level. And obviously she talks about spiritual stuff too, but she, I think that her talking about like where in the heart this thing is going, because they looked at it on EKGs and shit, like that kind of stuff. And then, so 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting by Mandy Morris. And she talks about doing the pattern interrupts that I was mentioning earlier. It's really good. It's really good. Tiffany says, a couple mindsets ago, you said to me that I need to work on my judgment issue because people show up doing that. Had evidence of it all weekend, even from someone unexpected. I was like, Roxy called it a long time ago. My intuition is strong. That is we know for sure. That's what we keep seeing, is that stuff comes through. I don't even realize I'm not predicting, but I'm feeling the energy of it before it gets here. So, and I keep affirming that my intuition's on point. So it's got to be. So you were tested this weekend with people judging you about XYZ. Who cares? How did you respond? Mama says, oh yes, Tiffany, when you didn't tell us about your book. I know. I was like, wait, your most loving and supportive community doesn't know you have a book? What? Like, who did you tell? If you didn't tell us, did you tell anyone? Anna, we have all of our 360, not all of our 360, but we have a bunch of 360 fam in the house. We got 360 fam. We got Synergy fam. We got Pass the Test peoples. We got Taking Massive Action people. Thank you so much for everybody coming and being a part of all of this shit, like we have such a good community and everyone's so connected. And I know we have lifelong friendships that have been built here and that will continue because everyone just gets along. Everyone loves each other so much. And having somebody that gets you, especially if you're a manifester and you're kind of on this leading edge shit, is so priceless. Coben says, your intuition brought us here. We're all here because we were ready to hear it. You're right. You're right. So if you are here, pat yourself on the back. You showed up for yourself. Someone said that earlier, so I don't want to take credit. I saw it in the chat, so I said it out loud. Crystalline, you're so sweet. Thank you. Glad you made it. Nay Risque says, I never want to miss Mindset Monday ever again. I appreciate you, Nay. We do have such a great vibe, and it's such a loving community, and I think it's something that we all look forward to every week. So welcome. We're glad you're not going to miss it. We'll see you next week. Coben says, put on your coat, you'll catch a cold and die. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we're talking about. I wish I could remember. I'm gonna find it again. And Mama, if you come across it, do you mind sending it to me just so I can get the wording right? Oh yeah. Oh, thanks, Leanne. Leanne just linked our private community in the chat. It's completely free. It's kind of like a Facebook group, but it's not on social media. And it's on our own platform, community.roxytalks.com. And there's an app. So if you download the app, then you just have the app right on your phone. You don't have to go into social media to connect with your people. You don't have to open that triggering shit. And you can just go and talk about manifesting stuff with people who get it. Community.roxytalks.com. Okay, Tiffany says, I had a serious 3D moment because the words really hurt. Plus, I was completely caught off guard since I barely talked to this family member. Have been self-soothing and flipping ever since. Words keep popping up. Yeah, okay, Tiffany, I want to see you really work on energetically removing yourself from what other people say, because they have to say the stuff that you're afraid of and you're worried about. If that program is in the mix, which it is, right? People judge me, so it's going to come. It's the other thing about it is like, we don't know when judgment comes. You never really know when judgment is coming. So of course it's going to be unexpected. And if it caught you off guard now and it gave you caught me off guard vibes, I'm willing to bet that the last time this happened to you, it caught you off guard a little bit, because it's like the experience replicates, right? But it escalates as well. Ooh, shit. This is why, okay, I've talked to my clients before about this before, but this is like really why it's important that you watch your programming, because the things as you experience stuff, you become numb to it and it stops hurting as much, but the story still stays. So the experience has to escalate in order to get your attention for the story to remain true. So like this is why when I see people that are in abusive relationships, I'm like, you need to get out now, or like them on the verge or whatever. I'm like, get out now, because your programming got you there. No shade to anybody in the situation, but your programming manifested you there. And I know from my work that it escalates. And what's the other word I used? I always use the word escalates, but I used the other word for the first time. And then I got excited. And then I talked 5 minutes about something else. And then I tried to come back to the word. And now I remember it so easily. It is. Somebody in the chat, tell me. Remember how good at keeping my words on track I am? It escalates and it accelerates. That's what I said, right? Yeah. So, is that what I said? I'm looking, my brain's going through words that rhyme with escalate, or that rhyme with escalate. Pumpkin Spices. I was so happy I had a nail in my tire and took it to a tire place and they fixed it for free and treated me like a queen. I was like, yay, I danced in the lobby of the tire place. That's how you do it. I was so happy I had a nail in my tire and I took it to a tire place and they fixed it for free and treated me like a queen. If you hadn't got that nail in your tire, you wouldn't have gotten your tire repaired. You wouldn't have been treated like a queen today, and you wouldn't have had a little dancing session. So fuck yeah. Coben. It wasn't snowball. It sounded like accelerate, because I remember it rhymed. That's why I was like, ooh, hold on, this is something. And then I fucking forgot it. Livana says, I would go back in the video, but then I wouldn't know if someone else got the word. I'd have to find the exact time. Yeah, well, we'll figure it out one day. I'm sure somebody will leave it in the chat, like in the comments later, after people start watching the replay. Je ne sais quoi. Hello. Oh, Nay, you manifested your doggy. Oh, I love doggies so much. So, Shantae says, I felt afraid of my power back in the day. I went back into a cave until I found friends, but yet we're aligned enough to find this now because we got into alignment with it. So, when's the last time we had a homework assignment? Do you guys remember when the last time I gave? I don't remember. Did I give homework last week? Because we did the limiting beliefs masterclass. We peppered in a masterclass between Mindset Monday, and people were emailing us like, when in tarnation does the masterclass fucking start? I'm like, listen, I ramble. It's free, man. Lauren says, as I've become more conscious, I realize how much I've manifested. It's really nice to have a community that understands this. Thank you. Thank you, Lauren. And Lauren, I don't recognize your name. Have you ever Have you ever typed in the chat before? Have I ever read your name before? I feel like I'm trying to recognize your name and not emoji. What is it called? Your little profile picture, avatar. But I don't know if I recognize you. And have you joined our community? Shambhalin. I feel like I'm getting limited results from affirmations. Is there something I could do to increase my belief? Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is an everyday practice. You have to do this all day, every day. I talk about my 360 method. That's our 8-week program going on right now. And it's my signature method. It's how I manifest. It's what I teach. And it's about staying conscious, awareness, and discipline. I always say that's the cornerstones of the method. And paying attention to what you're thinking and saying about anything at all moments of the day. At all times, you're paying attention to what your words are because they're always manifesting. So you're saying you're getting limited results from your affirmations, but I'm telling you, you're not. You're getting 100% results from your affirmations because everything you think and say is an affirmation, and they're constantly working to build your world right now. So what you're really saying is that I'm not doing enough affirmations that describe my ideal reality to tip the scales in the direction that I want to go. That's what the problem is. So you have to work on rewriting your programming, installing new thoughts, changing your habits. I have like all kinds of different programs and courses to help with that. 360 method. We're doing a confidence boot camp this month. RoxyTalks.com. I've got a bunch of different self-study courses. We're putting mini courses on the website that will be replays of the trainings that I'm doing because they're really powerful and really amazing. So I'm going to be making those available. So in case you missed it and you couldn't attend live, you'll still be able to grab it. And we have our free community, Roxy Talks. Community.roxytalks.com, where you can join a bunch of other fellow manifestors to help keep you on track. And also I have my monthly subscription program, Synergy, which gives you access to all of my group programs, and a private community as well, and manifestation library. And you get access to 360 method, which again is going on right now. So, and of course I've got tons of videos right here on YouTube. Carissa. So I am no longer answering specific person questions on Mindset Monday, but I will be hosting a specific person Q&A session. Channeling. I'm going to be channeling, not just Q&A, but actual channeling with tarot, numerology, astrology, and my own intuition, of course, as my mediums on October 25th. So we're doing just a special specific person love event. Tickets for that are available at my website, roxytalks.com or roxytalks.com/live programs. And actually, I think Leanne put the direct link right here. It's in the chat as well. So if you're interested in coming to an event where you will be with other people who are talking about love, who are working on their love stories, and I will be channeling information from higher self or whoever the hell's out there for you, with love, of course, for the highest good for all, and using some fun tools like tarot, numerology, and astrology to help me give you super custom tailored answers to your questions. So I'm really excited to, it's a brand new event. I've never hosted anything like this before. And yeah, I'm excited. Carissa, yes, love to see you. Anna, you're so awesome. Anna says, I'm so excited for the courses coming up. Thank you, Anna. Me too, man. We're you know me. I'm just how do I make my business fun for me? How do I have fun in my business again? How do I, hold on. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Glamnetic just tried to blind me. Hold on, I'm going to watch it happen on my iPad. Oh, there it goes. Fucking Glamnetics, man. Bro. And my room got rearranged because I had a guest staying at my house, so I don't have my little mirror anymore. Oh, baby! Are you watching? Oh my God! Can you please bring me my hand mirror? He just walked in the fucking door right in that moment. Oh my God. See how aligned I am? Holy shit. I was just about to call out and see if you were in the house and you opened the gate. My friggin' little stupid magnet stabbed me in the eye. Oh, my eyelash. I don't know where it went, but I must have blinked it out. Jesus. I'm really thinking about going back to glue lashes. But I don't want to rip my eyelashes out when I take them off. That's the one thing I like about magnetic lashes better is that they don't rip them out. They don't rip your lashes out, but sorry. But they're a pain in the ass, man. Okay. All right. Sorry, everyone. I need a personal moment. You guys are talking about Selena. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a voice. What a freaking voice that woman had. So rich. Oh my God. Whenever I hear her sing, I'm just like, oh, such a rich, like the tone is just like so good. Just such a good quality voice she had. Shantae, I think you're referencing what you said earlier. It says, that sounded sad about me being in a cave instead of shining on my own. LOL, it's just a bit easier to believe in breaking limits when I'm surrounded by others who blow my mind past my own belief. Thank you. That is why group programs, right? Thank you, Shantae. That is why the group programs are so powerful, because it's one thing for me to just tell you the shit. I can do that. I can tell you the shit all day long. I already do. It's another thing when you have someone next to you that you love and trust and are excited for, pushing through their own shit, guiding you on the way, being right there by your side. It's very inspiring to like be in these programs where other people are doing shit. Like it's really, really awesome. You guys are funny. Yeah, I like pink a little bit. Mimi says, love you guys. I found my people. Oh, Mimi, you're so sweet. Yep. It's the fam. Okay. So I want to talk, anybody that was on the masterclass last week, we talked about limiting beliefs, and I helped you guys kind of like uncover some surface level limiting beliefs and then some like more subconscious limiting beliefs. Does anyone have any like what happened? What have you noticed? What have you been working on since then? What has come up? Let's just talk about like what has kind of come about since we did that exercise and you kind of got to see like that you're carrying around a bunch of bullshit that's not really yours, or that you shouldn't be carrying around. Let's say that. Oh my God, Mimi. I already read what Mimi said about saying I found my people, but when I just looked up at it again, my brain thought it said Chipotle, and now I'm like, oh my God, Chipotle sounds so good. I haven't had Chipotle in a long time. Michelle says Roxy is the best pink lady. Thanks, Michelle. You're the best. Mimi says, I never had a group I was part of in school because people are closed-minded and didn't like me because I had learning disabilities, but now I have you guys. And you know what, Mimi? You're not alone. You're totally not alone, because that is exactly the kind of people that are in this community. And I just like, I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, I know we're all so conditioned to thinking we're so different or so outcast or whatever, but like, then we have this community of everybody feels the exact same way and has gone through the same thing, and we get each other, you know, and we're able to push each other, obviously, and support each other through all this shit so that we can experience all the good shit, including a supportive community. Okay, Royal Rizzo says, hi, I have you playing in the background, but like, why was I scrolling through Pinterest and see a picture of Selena and then you mention her? He said, I'm not freaking out, you are. And are you talking about Selena or Selena Gomez? Because we're talking about Selena's. But either way, it's still weird. But I'm just curious. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. Ah! Oh my gosh. Ooh, okay. Coben says, traditionally, the system benefits for us to not know these things. 100%. 100%. Tiffany says, I always found it interesting the most enlightened people who broke the mold or challenged the basic way of thinking ended up being lone wolves and had to build their tribe or community. Hashtag Roxy Army. Yeah, man, it's true. I had an experience this weekend, and, you know, I went to a wedding for very close family friends, for people that I've known like my whole life. But it's also people that like, with love, like there's nothing wrong with them. They're fine. But I have always felt like a black sheep around them. And, you know, it's like, I'm going to be 39 in a couple weeks. And oh, that's true. I almost was like, no, not weeks. But then I was like, no, it is weeks. Okay. I'm going to be 39 in a couple weeks. Yay. I'm excited. I am excited, actually. And it's like, I still feel like the same like girl that I was with these people. And, you know, they're fine. They've never done anything bad or wrong. I just like, I haven't felt like I didn't feel like I was one of them, right? I felt like different from them. And I still feel, since as of fucking 24 hours ago, I still feel the same way, apparently. So I've been working on, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to, I just realized that I really need to focus on building people who do get me, right? Not that, again, it's not, I don't want to say anything bad about them because I don't want to act like I didn't have a great weekend and with amazing people, but it just did remind me of like okay, Rizzo's okay, Rizzo, of course, obviously, yes. Okay. Yes, thank you. But we're talking about Selena, yes. But with the black sheep thing, like I just realized in being a lone wolf, because I was one, I was included, but I also had a lot of time to sit back and be like, wow, it's still the same, right? And it's because you're not socializing or you're not having the conversations, you're not engaging with those people. You're literally sitting there in your own head. So whatever it is that's going on in there, you know, like if you're an expansive minded person like me, I guess, for example, I'm always like trying to push the boundaries and things like that. So of course it would make sense that a person like me who is used to retreating. And I also grew up, I was an only child until I was 9. So I'm very comfortable on my own. We'll just put it like that. Not that I always like it. I'm comfortable there though. So, and again, being on your own, you got yourself to entertain you, so it makes sense that, I'm so focused. I did not get, I don't want to say it out loud. Oh yeah. It makes sense that, the people who are breaking the mold or challenging things are those who are not actively, maybe not as much engaging with others the same way as like the vast majority might, because they have more time to think. You know what I mean? They're not talking as much. They're just in their fucking heads. I mean, just the time alone is all I'm really trying to say is like, I experienced it where I was just like, it's just me. One there. Just like, yep, there it is. Just like old times. So, and if any of you guys are watching, I love you. And again, I'm not trying to say anything negative about you. It's not you. It's my black sheep story that I've had my whole life. And I love you. And it was a great weekend. And I'll see you soon. Finn, stop. Finn says 39. I thought you were late 20s. Yeah, I was late 20s 10 years ago. But hey, man, age ain't nothing but a number. Aaliyah said it. It's a concept. You're just as old as you feel, I guess. But I will say that I never, ever like imagined myself as like growing. Like I never thought I would make it till 30. I never imagined myself older. I never identified as like an adult. Someone when I was young told me, I'm just a grown-up kid. And I was like, you can do that? So I think from that moment forward, I was like, I am never fucking growing up. I'm going to stay young forever. So I'm on the Gwen Stefani plan. She's my aging idol. Aging idol. You know what I'm saying? She's my gracefully aging. That's who I want to gracefully age like. Miss Stefani. And I'm excited to go into my 40s. So I also want to share that energy. I know that like people think that like 40s are a kiss of death or being old is like terrible. I am so excited to be in my 40s because it's going to be the best fucking decade yet. I'm going to have my shit together. Do you know how amazing it's going to be to go into life having my shit together? Leanne says, yep, I'm probably the oldest person in this chat and I feel young as fuck. You're not the youngest person or the oldest person, Leanne. Well, I don't know about the oldest, but you're definitely not the only person in your age range. I know that I can think of at least 2 other people in here that are in your age range. Linda says 40s sound blissful. Yeah, I'm excited. Days you're turning 20? Yes. You got your whole life ahead of you. Having this information in your 20s is like, I mean, you might as well have winning lottery numbers. Life is just going to be open up for you. Carissa, you're right. It says you already have your shit together. No, I know. Yeah. But I'm thinking more like the stuff that I'm going to be implementing over the next year is exactly where I want to be starting my 40s is what I'm trying to say. Like by the time we get there, it's only 1 year away. 1 year and like, what's the date? Like 35 days, 36 days. 36 days away in a year. And I just know that the stuff that I'm implementing over the course of the next year is going to allow me to enter into my 40s exactly the way that I want to. Tiffany's going to be 40 in 2 months. Nice. Congratulations. Samir says, I said TB honest. TBH, not that you're old, but older than me. I'm 22 and you are my aging goal. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you. And yeah, I don't take offense to it because yeah, when I was young, I thought it was old too. But like now I'm here and I'm like, man, I'm still the same. I'm still the exact same. I know more stuff, but I feel the same way I always have pretty much. And I pretty much look the exact same. My husband and I just had our 9-year anniversary on the 1st, and he's like, you haven't aged in 9 years. I was like, thank you. Like, that's the nicest anniversary gift he could have gotten me, was just the way he said that. Or he's like, you haven't aged in a decade or whatever he said. But I was like, you're so kind, sir. Nay says 20s aren't as fun as they seem. LO, I'm 29. Yeah, I had a loose 20s. I will say this. Wait, that came out wrong. I had a wild. Yeah, I was wild. I'm not wild, but I just did stuff. I was like, I didn't hold back. I just lived my life. I really like had fun and had a lot of friends and just did a bunch of shit. And really, like, I feel like I really milked my 20s. So when I turned 30, it took a minute for me to get okay with it. But by the time I was 35 and I was okay with it, then it was like, I want to be able to take care of my family. I want to establish myself. I want to like have a legacy. And so because I had sowed my oats in my 20s, I got married like at, I was almost 30, like a month away from 2 months before my 30th birthday. And I was able to enter into my 30s, with marriage, and then I started a business later. And now I'm getting closer to 40. Now I feel like I'm finally going to feel established, I guess. It's kind of, I don't know, explain it. But someone told me that their 40s was their best decade. And I was like, you know what? That's the kind of energy I wanted to have going into it. So I just decided I just say that I'm excited to go into my 40s. And then I decided in my 50s, I might fucking go back to school and get a doctorate. Why the fuck not? Doctor fucking talks. Why the fuck not? So that might be what I do in my 50s. I was like, what a way to spend my 50s. Become a fucking doctor. So. Mama says, Roxy, same. It took me a minute to be like 30, really, and still here. Okay, now what? Exactly. I didn't make peace with that. How do I say this? I didn't make peace with the fact that I was 30 until I was 35. And I'm not even joking. Like, I could not deal with the fact that I was in my 30s until I was 35. And I had already, by that point, gone through half of it. So I'm saying all these things just because I want, I don't want people to look at their lives like they're wasting it, or that it's too long, like that they're wasting it, or that they have wasted it, or they don't have enough time, or that they're too old, or they're getting too old, or it's too late, or any of that shit. Like, it's just, I finally appreciated being in my 30s at 35. And I'm like, fuck, I only got 5 more years of it. So now that's why I was like, I'm not entering my 40s like that. I need to go into my 40s like so excited for want the whole decade. We're going to be excited the whole fucking time about it, because what other option do I have, Samir says, Doctor fucking talks. Yes, ma'am. Ren says, my mom's in her 50s, and I swear every year she seems to get younger and happier. She says she just feels more free and capable as time goes on. Yeah, I have my grandma that passed away this year. She was 91. And that woman was just so full of life and so just positive and excited and loved her life. And just, she just lived like 91. She was still, obviously she ended up having a stroke and that changed things. But before the stroke, bitch looked like she was 71. She's just running around like crazy, like just insane. She ran marathons into like well into her 80s and shit. Like, she retired. She like unretired like twice and like went back to work. She just was so full of life and just lived such a, amazing life for so long. So I really got to see firsthand another gracefully aging role model who She was more, she's, really my positivity model too, because she just had such a great outlook on life. And she's the one who always said, be good to yourself. So I started saying that as she was kind of going through her transition, and kind of adopted that a little bit. But she said that for as long as I have, my whole life, as long as I've known her. I'm not sure how long she was saying it, but at least 40 years. That was her saying. She'd always get off the phone with that. That's how she said goodbye. Be good to yourself. Oh, I miss my grandma. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I don't have a fan either. Nope. Oh, Disneyland peeps. I took my Disneyland fan to the wedding, and it was very necessary. It was a Palm Springs wedding. It was hot. But I have my high quality Disney fan. Okay. Mimi's turning 25. That's a good year. Pumpkin Spice says, I still go down slides and swing on swings and play tag. I'll always be a kid at heart and teen too, because my sensual side is super wild. Whoa. I swing too. I love to swing. I fucking love to swing. And I will take every opportunity to swing. Like if there's no kids on there, I'm going. And when there is kids, I'm like, motherfuckers. I want to fucking swing. I want to swing. I fucking love swinging though. Just such a free feeling. Mango does not like the feeling of swinging. We found that out the hard way. I was like, oh, she's going to love this. No, she did not. Nay, grandmas are so special. Day says, I love indulging my inner child and inner teen. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop. Don't give it up. Because you're right on the cusp of like moving into super adulthood, where you stop having fun and stop, having that child like essence kind of drive you. So don't lose it. April says, I'll be 50 in January. Yes. And life is fucking fabulous. 50 seems so old when I was 30, but in my head, I'm still 35. 40s were definitely my best decade so far. Every decade makes you an even bigger badass baby. Thank you, April. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, you guys are talking about that kind of... No, I was not talking about that kind of swinging. I'm talking about swinging on a swing set at a park with children. And I put my dog Mango on my lap and we swung and she shivered. That's all I'm trying to say. And so I said, okay, Mango doesn't like swinging, so we stopped. You should know by now that I'm not going to talk about any other kind of swinging on this channel. My parents watch this, okay? Michelle says, I'm 50 and I still laugh at fart jokes. Me too. I love a fart joke. I love fart noises. I can't remember. I was on some sort of, it was like a trip or like a school retreat or something. And we were like, it was like a bunch of kids. Where was that? We were like all sleeping in a room. Was it a sorority thing? I can't remember. And it was just making fart noises. And we were like crying, laughing for like hours, just everybody making fart noises. I still cherish that memory. No jokes, no punchlines, just the noise. Dave says, not on this channel. Yeah. Probably not on any channel though, because I just it's just not, I get really awkward when people want to try to talk about that kind of stuff. I'm like, no, thank you. So have we scared? No, we haven't scared everybody away. There's always a point in the chat where I look up and it's like everybody's gone except for the people that stay every week. I'm like, oh, we scared them all off. Okay, we could talk about, well, we've already been talking about whatever we want. That's why they're gone. No, we don't scare people away. We draw people in, and as we The longer the chat goes on, the more people are on it. They love what we talk about, no matter what we talk about. Oh my God, Leanne says, my SP farted in the elevator yesterday and I almost died. I used to immediately lose my attraction to anyone who farted around me, but I still like him, so. Oh God. Mama says, as a Scorpio, you get embarrassed by spicy talk. I definitely, yeah, it makes me very awkward and uncomfortable. Like, how do I say this? I'm not like, I can and will talk about it. I'm not afraid, but it's the time and location. Like, I would never ever talk about it with my family or my parents. And even when my dad thinks he's so funny, and I know you're listening to tell me fucking girl stories, I'm like, la, 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 la. Like, no, don't even. La, 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 la. So I don't. If there's a chance that my mom, my dad, my aunt, my stepmom, my grandma, my cousins might watch this or hear, I am not even gonna. Nope. Elizabeth, what book am I reading right now? I'm still reading The 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifestation. Or no, 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting. Mandy Morris, I apologize for so perfectly saying your book title every time I bring it up. But all you need to know is Mandy Morris, 8 Secrets to Manifesting. But I think it's Powerful Manifesting because Mimi gave me the title, the full title earlier. I'm still reading that book. I'm probably about 2/3 of the way through. HM, I'll take super chats that are, okay, here's the deal with super chats. This is how it's going to work from now on. If they're not specific person related, I'll answer them right now. If they are specific person related, then I'm going to use them to make a video with on my channel later. But I've decided just as an energetic thing for myself that I won't be answering specific person questions on Mindset Monday anymore. But I am going to host, like I said, I'm going to make videos for them on the channel. And I'm also hosting a new, it's a new thing I've never done before. It's a love and specific person QA/channeling session. So I'm going to be using my own intuition, tarot, numerology, and astrology to give super custom tailored, in-depth, insightful answers to just SP stuff. So it's going to be all SP related, only SP energy, and everyone there is going to be on the same page. So we know we're getting into, and that's what we're discussing. So that's happening 10/25, and you can get tickets at roxytalks.com /live programs. Boss Vision, have I read Master Your Emotions? I have not. I'm not who's the author of that one? That's actually a good book. I want to read Atomic Habits because Leanne's reading that and she keeps talking about it. So I want to read Atomic Habits. I need to actually order a book soon because I'm going to be done with the other one soon. Atomic Habits and Master Your Emotions sounds interesting. Sounds like something I should know what to do or work on. I'm always working on it. Linda, how would I change? Okay, so this is a good question. So if anyone wondering about the specific person channeling and Q&A session that we're hosting, Linda has this question. How would you change an answer based on astrology? So I would get the information. So if someone asks me the question about your specific person, I'm going to say, okay, tell me your question. And then I need to know you and your SP's birthdays and And I guess if you have your Venus sign, that might help too. But I'm not going super depth into charts. And then I'm going to pull a tarot card, and we're going to get a read on the current energy. So your numerology, your astrology, and the tarot card are going to give me okay, let me back up. Numerology and astrology are going to tell me about you and your partner. So I'm going to be asking for your astrology and your partner's astrology, and we're going to talk about how those two interact with each other. And then we'll get a tarot card, and we'll see what the card pulls up as far as, what comes up with the question you're asking. And then I will kind of put together here's what it looks like. This is what I would do to shift the energy, kind of directional answer for you. So that's the way that I plan on having it go, is you tell me your question, tell me your guys' birth dates. If you have a Venus, that might help too. And then we pull a card, and then we kind of look at what this is saying and where you can take it. Boss Vision, thank you. Okay. Kill a Pop-Tart. Your boyfriend doesn't like farts. You know what? We've been on Mindset Monday. We've had Mindset Monday going for 4 years. It took us 4 years to talk about farts. That's great, right? We didn't crack fart talk till 4 years into it. That's fucking excellent. I'm not even mad about that. Samira says, Atomic Habits is great. Just got 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting. I love the book club here. Yes, me too. I love it. We're all reading good books. And we're all reading good books, and we're all recommending. So you guys are recommending books to me, and then I'm sharing them, and then we're getting back. Okay, Boss Vision, I'll look into that. I'm not going to attempt to say the name, though, because I know I'll fuck it up, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to disrespect anyone's name. Master Your Emotions. You can get it on Kindle and Amazon. Kaylee, shut up. Oh my God. All right. Oh my God. Leanne, I'm not going to say what Kaylee said, but Kaylee, you're funny. Leanne says we can talk about farts now. And Anna says that's a real family. Sounds like sounds like Mindset Monday is a Facebook official, you guys. That's what Leanne said. Oh my God. Okay, Boss Vision, you don't know how to say it either. Okay, good. I was like, I'm not about to sit up here and butcher someone's beautiful name just because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You guys are so funny. Okay. So I know I asked this question a long time ago, but I don't remember seeing any answer. Did anybody talk about limiting beliefs and any insights they may have come through from the masterclass we did last week? Because then I want to talk about, we'll give you some homework. Oh my gosh. HM, I didn't acknowledge your super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. HM, I just saw your super chat come through. So, Leanne, are you able to grab this message from HM? It says, I'm manifesting him in again, 4th time. It's been a month, but I'm feeling anxious all the time. Now, unlike before when I haven't been. Oh, when I have been confident. Okay, HM. So I'm going to do a video. So the way I'm doing super chats now is I'm going to make a video for them that lives on the channel so that you don't have to dig through Mindset Mondays of days of yore to find your answer. You'll have a video that you can grab and check out right away, and always be able to look back at it. So I'm going to make a video about this, and the video is going to be about manifesting people in, how do I want to say this? It's like a back and forth energy. It's got back and forth energy. It's got false start energy. And, when you're manifesting someone again, that's kind of the idea. But I will say, to give you some info now about feeling anxious, not like how you were when you were confident, really think about the energy that you were in when you were feeling confident, and what were you doing? Why did you feel confident? What made you confident? What thoughts were you thinking about yourself? How were you reacting to the world? How are you reacting to yourself and your reflection and all that stuff? And like, really, instead of trying to manifest your person, because that's just, I say it all the time, but I really mean this. Manifesting a person it's just a reflection of who you are. It's not hard. What's hard is, in quotation marks, what's hard is dealing with your bullshit that pushes them away. That's where the issue is. You don't have, manifesting them is easy. It's not, you've already done it. You've just done it 4 fucking times. Now, how do you not push them away? That's where the work is at. So my best advice to you right now is to get into the energy that you were in when you were confident. Start doing those things. Start doing the tasks that make you feel, were you, like we talked about this on the taking massive action, like, or, are you doing your hair every day? Or are you, dressing better? Or not that you aren't dressing good, but like things like, where can you make upgrades right now that'll make you feel good, that you don't have to, have any outside validation, or the world doesn't have to do anything for you to feel better now. You can just start making those upgrades to yourself that will bring in an energy that makes you feel better about yourself, right? And then you practice that every single day. And again, your person is going to come through just because they will. It's easy. It's not hard to manifest somebody. There's people all the fuck around, just billions of fucking people everywhere. The shit is not hard. You think it's hard, so it appears that way. But really, where the work is in feeling good about being alive, essentially, like to cut it to its most simple basis. Yeah, fuck yeah, life. Fuck yeah, life works out for me. Like, again, and love works out for me, and this person adores me, or whatever. I love myself. I adore myself. Just getting into the idea that life takes care of you, and that good things work out for you, so that you can feel confident and excited, and then your SP just comes through naturally. But I will get more into the nuanced part about like pushing them away in the video. And thank you for the super chat. Gretel, I appreciate she said, "Hey, beautiful cosmic queen." Thank you, Gretel. Hello. Boss Vision says, thinking it's hard so it appears that way is deep as fuck. It's a manifestation. It's a manifestation. And that's honestly, like, that's the difference between people who have love problems and people who don't. And I know that just from coaching. And I can see it because I don't have love problems. I don't expect to. I love my husband. I appreciate him. I think he's the best husband in the world. And I also know that what's up over here. I'm not afraid to be like, obviously, what I bring to the table is great. I know that. So I don't expect to have an issue in love. I don't expect to have problems. I'm not worried about where they're going or what they're thinking or what they're saying or if they're this or if they're that. I know where the fuck they are. You know what I mean? And it's a choice. It's an energy. I mean, but and the real thing about it is like, I didn't always have that story about myself, but I made that conscious snap. My ring's getting in the way. My grandma's big ass ring. This one, there we go. Someone asked me earlier if when I manifested my husband, if I did it on purpose or if it was before I knew about manifesting, and it was before I knew about manifesting. So it was completely on auto, like instinctual is what I'm trying to say. But it was a really good and perfect manifestation because I made the decision. Like, I had been hurting for a while regarding our relationship. And then one day I just said, meh, never mind. I'm over it, which I think is very Scorpio energy. Like, once we're done, but it might take us a while to get there. So I just decided I was over it one day. And like, I just was like, I release you, sir. I release you from I release you, Nancy. I release you, sir, from having to be the person to make me happy and fulfill my story about love. And I went out into the world with this idea of like, anybody that I give the time of day to, for one, I'm gonna get them. And for two, you lucky dog, you're so lucky. Like, do you know who's coming? It's me. I'm coming. You're going to talk to me. You understand how amazing that is? Like, I really was in that energy of like, anybody I pick is mine. That was exactly what anyone I pick is mine. And I just, that energy got my husband on board. He wasn't my husband yet. Boss vision. And I was right. I found my husband that night. I didn't expect it to be the person I had just broken up with hours earlier. But that was the final time I manifested, because we had dated before, like for a year back in the day, and we broke up for a couple years. Someone's asking me, like, I remember someone on my video was like, you just lost your husband for a couple hours. I'm like, no, that was the second time. Because I hadn't had the right story the first time around. And then when we got back together, things were good at first. And then the old shit started resurfacing. It started being just like it was. And I was like, you know what? I'm older now. I'm wiser. I'm older, better. I'm not doing this anymore. And then I released him to the wild. And just like Mariah Carey said, if you should return to me, then our love is meant to be, right? We truly were meant to be. I think that's what it is. We truly were meant to be. So spread your wings and fly, butterfly. And he did, and he came right back. So, super chat. Antoinette, we're here for you. Thank you for the super chat. Says, having a breakdown. Every area of my life is in disarray. Money, school, household, self-care, dream body, love life. I don't know the first step to take. I'm drowning. Okay. The first step to take is to stop saying you're drowning. Are you literally in water right now? Are you drowning? Are you writing this from a pool and you have a waterproof phone? And I mean that with love. You're not drowning, so stop fucking saying that shit. You're not drowning. Right now, what's happening is that you're going through a shakeup. And your life sounds like a restructure is coming. That's what I'm hearing in my head, is restructuring. That's the word I'm hearing over and over, restructuring. And sometimes restructuring is uncomfortable. It's scary. It's tangling with and dancing with the unknown. You're on the leading edge. You have no idea what's coming. And there's a lot of fear involved, right? Because it feels like things are fucked up, or your pattern tells you things are fucked up. But really what's happening, I can say because we can pick whatever, things are shifting for you, and you're right now, you're kind of down in the trenches, and you're not like looking at it from an elevated perspective and understanding that like something's unfolding, things are happening, things are shifting, because like you're here every week. I know you're working on stuff. I know that like the fact that you come every week proves that you're working somehow. Okay. So anytime you're working on shit, there's going to be shakeups in the 3D. It has to happen that way because your mind is a mirror, right? So very much okay. Somebody who thinks they're drowning, but they're in 3 feet of water. That's what I just saw in my head. Stand up. Have you seen that? I think there's a ridiculousness video, like where somebody like, I think it's a little kid and they're in the water and they're all scared. They're screaming. And the mom comes over and like picks them up and like puts them on their feet. And they're just like, the water's like to their waist. And they're like, oh, that's what I'm seeing in my head is like, bitch, you're not drowning. What are you talking about? Again, unless you have a waterproof iPhone and you took your last fucking seconds of life to type that and send me $5, like, thank you for that selfless, act of generosity in your last moments. But the first thing I want you to do is to stop identifying with this idea of flailing, losing, drowning, losing control. Earlier, we talked about Gabby Bernstein. She has, she talks about her method, I choose and choose again. And when you're having these fearful thoughts, you want to use what I talk about in 360, awareness and discipline, to catch yourself and then separate yourself from the thought or the fear. Okay. So let's look at some exact things you say. Everywhere in my life is drowning. You know what? I forgive myself for thinking that. I choose and I choose again to say instead that everything in my life is falling into place. I recognize that I've been going through a lot, so I haven't been able to apply the amount of care to myself as I would like, but I forgive myself for that. It's okay because, I mean, who can juggle everything at once? It's okay for me to feel a little bit overwhelmed and uncertain when things are being shaken up, so I forgive myself for having those thoughts, but I choose and choose again to say that actually I do take care of myself very well. My finances are not only in order, but are multiplying and getting better. My relationship with money is improving so much. I'm seeing so much more money come through, or my relationship with money is improving and I can see the changes happening in my world. I'm taking care of my body. I'm putting myself first. I appreciate myself. And I'm going to recommit myself to school and the things that I have deemed as important. But I'm also going to give myself grace if I can't tackle everything all at once. And you're kind of like shifting the energy, because where you're at right now is just like you're flailing in three deep water is what I'm trying to say. And it's not going to help you. You just got to stop flailing and stand up is what I'm trying to say, right? Like, like you get what I'm saying if you have the analogy of a person flailing in 3 feet of water. I mean, unless you're under 3 feet tall, then it's not really a problem, right? So, or let's say 2 feet of water, whatever. If that's what you're doing energetically when you're this and then that and then this and then that and then this and then that, you're just splashing. You need to stop and say, oh, you know what? I didn't realize I could stand up in this water. I didn't realize the water was so shallow. Let me stand up. And then stay standing up. And if you catch yourself slipping back down, stand up again. And you're paying attention. And this is where the pattern interrupt stuff comes in as well, is like, do something different with your energy. Like, go do some jumping jacks, sing a song, take a walk, call a friend, do something different with your body when you're in this stress mode, because you need to like move the water in your body, move the energy in your body, and get out of this physical space and mental space that you're in. And then you can go in and like reaffirm, actually, it is working out. I'm not worried. And I forgive myself for worrying about it. I forgive myself for having a pattern that says things aren't going to work out for me. And I choose and choose again that life is working out for me and it is going to go my way. And I do have more than enough, and yada, yada, yads. And you said something about time management. Where did that go? Time management is the thing I'm trying to obtain, and it feels like the more I try, the worse it gets. I keep hearing give yourself grace. Like, I feel like you're being too hard on yourself right now. I feel like you have a lot going on, and it's understandable for it to be, overwhelming. And you just kind of have to take it a day at a time and let yourself breathe through these experiences so they don't shake up your mindset anymore. Does that make sense? That's just what I'm feeling energetically. Oh, it's dinner time. I need to see something. So when we were in Palm Springs, the hotel we were at had like the best lettuce cups I've ever had in my life. They were tofu and they were really good. And my husband and I discovered that like you can make anything into a lettuce cup. Because we eat like beans and rice and potatoes a lot. We eat bowls a lot, right? And like tofu bowls, or TVP, which is textured vegetable protein, which is delicious. Like, so if you make lettuce wraps out of TVP or tofu, they're excellent. You can flavor them however you like. And then you have the little lettuce, and it provides like some crunch and some freshness and some roughage in your diet. And so I'm obsessed with eating everything with a fucking lettuce cup now. I kind of want that for dinner, baby. You want that for dinner? Okay. Hungry. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. Homework. Let's give homework. You guys are talking about scripting. Oh, we did a scripting video. Didn't we do a scripting video this week? Okay. Leanne says the sauce on the lettuce wraps is everything. See, I'm opposite. I like the seasoning on the lettuce wraps, but I hate peanuts. Like, I don't like nuts, but I fucking hate peanuts. Despise them with a passion. And no, I don't want no goddamn peanuts on my fucking delicious ass lettuce wraps. Oh, shit. But I just like the way that they're flavored naturally without the sauce on it. But my husband loves the sauce, so it's perfect. So he gets all the sauce and I don't have to eat it. Cohen says, teacher, you forgot to give the homework. You are so funny. That's so funny. At least this time it's not, no one's groaning probably. Pumpkin Spice says, lettuce cups are my favorite. I don't eat bread, so lettuce cups are yummy. Yeah, I know. I stopped doing gluten recently, and I just was like, one day, because I think we were having tacos is where it came about. And I was like, what if we made like lettuce cup tacos? Like, what if instead of tortillas, we use lettuce cups? And then that's it. It's been a wrap ever since. Leanne says, I call peanuts the poor man's nut. Oh, fuck. Oh, Leanne, you have a scripting win. Let's hear it. I want to hear your scripting win. Coben says, at least this time I won't get stuffed in the trash can. Only if you stuff yourself in there. Oh, Shantae, you're gluten-free too. I always thought gluten-free was gross until I went out with my friend that's gluten-free vegan, and we were at an Italian restaurant. She got gluten-free pasta, and I was like, I want to try it too. Just why not? My friend's trying it. Let me try it. And it tasted exactly the same. And then it didn't mess give me a stomachache like any sort of gluten or wheat does. And I was like, oh my God, do I need to be gluten-free this whole time? I had no idea. And then ever since I cut it out of my diet, I'm much, much happier. Tiffany, okay, you put your limiting belief homework under the super chat. Let me see if I can find it again. And then I want to hear about Leanne's scripting win. I know we have a scripting video coming out this week. I don't know if this will let me scroll up all the way. Tiffany, I don't think it's going to let me scroll up far enough to see it. Wait, maybe. Is it this super chat? Oh, here we go. Okay, Tiffany's limiting belief homework. The nitty-gritty beliefs are from not being nurtured, protected, loved, respected as a kid, and I'm not safe, I'm invisible, people hate me, I'm unstable, became my identity. Now I know my work. And not to reveal too much from taking massive action, but I would say this is definitely the belief that's going to sprout. Remember when I asked you if you had anybody in your personal life that you could talk to, and you're like, I can't dump on people. I can't share with people how I'm actually feeling. It's too much. And I think all those things that you said right there are why you have this story in place in this manifestation where you don't have anyone in your physical life who truly gets you, that you can truly be open and honest with. But these are not true. I know you're safe because we talked about how you have your own safe environment and you've made it safe for yourself. You're definitely not invisible, because who the fuck am I talking to right now? I mean, that could be a story from another day, because I am probably talking to myself according to Bashar. But I don't, my human brain how do I say this? You feel real because I'm a human, right? So I'm talking to someone, I think. People definitely don't hate you. You have a whole community of people here that love you. So, and then you're unstable? Not at all. Not at all. You're consistent. You've been coming to Mindset Monday every week for years. You always manifest front row tickets. You're kind-hearted. You are committed to figuring out how to love yourself and improve your situation. You sound pretty stable to me. So all that shit you said is dumb. I'm just kidding. Stop spewing these lies about my friend Tiffany, please. Dina, someone asked, how do I get rid of my desire to want sweets all the time? And Dina says, Black Goddess said, how do I get rid of my desire to want sweets all the time? And Dina says, Dr. Joe says it doesn't matter what you eat. I don't even know anymore. Yeah, because it's just what you say about what you eat, right? Like those people that say I can eat and eat and eat and not gain a pound. That's an affirmation. And honestly, I can eat and eat and eat and not gain a pound. So it's kind of amazing. It's kind of like so great. Coben says, turns out we're all chatbots and Roxy's the only actual person here. I wouldn't be surprised. My husband and I will be like, we'll be out and like see like a weird person doing something weird. And he'll be like, NPCs are so weird. And we just crack up. NPCs do what NPCs is as NPCs does. Mama says, we do not accept that about our Tiffany. Thank you. Agreed. You got a bunch of people here are like, no, I don't think so. Art Master, hello, welcome. So what I want to do for you this week, for homework. Carrie, I see, are you asking SP questions? Okay, so Carrie, I'll let you know, as far as specific person stuff goes, obviously I have a bunch of free videos here on YouTube. I also have my specific person workshop, which you can get started on right away. That's at my website, roxytalks.com. But I'm hosting a brand new style event. It is going to be a channeling and Q&A session where I use my intuitive channel plus tarot, astrology, and numerology to answer questions just about love, with a group of people who are there to talk about love. It's all love day. And we're going to get deep and expansive and intuitive. And I'm going to give super custom tailored questions and answered for all love related stuff at that session. That's happening on 10/25. And you can grab tickets at roxytalks.com/live programs. So, Leanne, I didn't see your scripting win. I think I missed it. Your scripting success? Coben, I love it. Okay. Carrie, you're not going insane. If you think you're going insane, you're just going to continue manifesting situations that make you feel insane. So stop saying that. And honestly, Carrie, I'm going to say this because you've been here for a while, because I was scrolling up to where your comments were. I've given answers to, I didn't even see your question, but about feeling crazy or not feeling like you're going insane or whatever. I've literally given advice about that same type of feeling to people about managing the way they're feeling and all that stuff on the chat and with love, if you're paying attention, it's going to give you the answer that you're asking for, even though it's not exactly about the same specific situation you're talking about. So my advice to you is like just the last person I was talking about flailing, stand up. You're in 3 feet of water. Stop acting like you're fucking dying. Unless you are, and I'm totally misreading because I missed your question and I apologize. But I think it has to do with SP because you guys are saying SP stuff. And I like I said, I can't even find your original question. I just keep seeing you asking people for help. Here's your thing. Okay. I felt a zing when I looked into this one guy's eyes and haven't been able to get over him since. Problem is that he has a girlfriend. Okay. So, well, here's my feeling about that. You have no idea what their relationship is like. They could be terrible for each other. They could be completely unhappy. You'll never know what's truly going on behind closed doors. So don't assume that it's a problem just because it doesn't look exactly the way you want it to when it comes about. Just like I've always been saying. If something doesn't look the way you want it to, who cares? Like, persist through it if you want it. But you're going to have to deal with your own moral shit. Leanne says, I scripted my SP would have a special connection to Zen when I first adopted him, and he's obsessed with him. Oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, that. I already knew about that one. I already know he's obsessed. He loves him. Not as obsessed as he is with you, though. Antoinette, I love it, says, me standing up is cleaning my apartment, and that's one thing off my list. Checking the boxes one at a time. Been cleaning while listening and getting my steps in for my workout. There you go. You're doing organizational stuff. You're not killing. You are, what did we say last week? We were like, we're not going to say killing 2 birds with one stone anymore. I don't remember what we decided it was going to be. We'll remember it. You're now it's saying poking many bears with one finger. You know what I'm trying to say. You're killing money, but you're juggling many. You're doing all the things is what I'm trying to say. You are cleaning your house, which you talked about. You are organizing your time because you are, instead of having that paralysis like we talked about, like I just don't know what to do. I have so many things to do. I can't do anything. You're actually doing something. So your scheduling issue, you're doing something about it right now because you're cleaning. You're also working on your body, like you said. You're also working on your mindset. All of those things combined is also going to help bring up your energetic and emotional level. You're doing like 5 things right now on the list of things that you said was fucked up just by doing this in this moment. So proud of you. Much deserved applause. And thank you, Shannon. You're right. Holding 2 birds with one hand. Thank you, Shannon. That's what it was. You're holding like 5 birds with one hand. And I need you to acknowledge, I know you already did, but I want you to do a little celebration, do a little dance, do a little twerk-a-fest, whatever it is, a little bit of celebration for you. Like an hour ago, you couldn't do shit and it seemed so hard. And right now, you're plowing through shit. So again, congratulations. And I would like you to celebrate yourself so we make that a habit, okay? Recognizing and celebrating. And this goes for everybody. This is not just for someone going through what you're going through. Like anybody can do this right now and just move the energy towards something's happening, you know? Coben says worth 2 in the bush. 5 in the hand's worth 10 in the bush, man. Antoinette, you got 10 birds in the bush right now. Pumpkin spice. Yep, twerkifesting. I need to make twerkifesting shirts. Oh, I never talked about who won the drawing. I know I started to talk about it and then I got sidetracked. I think it's Lydia. Liddy or Lydia. I think her name is Lydia, but she goes by Liddy on social media, I'm pretty sure. So that's why I'm saying both. Yeah, Liddy. So Liddy, if you're listening, you won my giveaway from Move the Fuck On. So in the Move the Fuck On class, we did a giveaway for $50 worth of Roxy Talks merch, which I actually have like a bunch of really cute new merch that I never put out this year. Like I made it and it's on my website, but I never I was supposed to do a photo shoot and I just didn't. I didn't get a chance to, so I never actually advertised it that there's new merch on my website, but there's like a bunch of cute shit on there that no one's really ever seen. I think honestly, Dina, I think you're the only person that has it. I probably sent it to you. I can't remember if I sent it to you, but you got it right away. But you might be the only person because I never even said anything about it or told anyone. So, Linda, what drawing? Okay, on Move the Fuck On, our my master training from September, everybody that was on there, I gave them an opportunity to win for $50 merch credit just by sharing their takeaways from the course or from the training and just sharing what they experienced or anything like that. And then I did a drawing. So Liddy is the winner, and so I wanted to announce it. I said I would announce it on Saturday, but I was out of town, so I was like, I'll just announce it today. Dina says I have them all. Yay! So cute. Thank you. I actually really loved the new line that I made, and I still planned on doing a shoot for it. It's been a lot. I just haven't done it. So no need that people can't have them just because I haven't put photos out for it. So we're doing a money manifesting master training called Rollin' in Dough on 10/19. This is one of those ones where it's going to be one price for a couple of days and then it's going up. Okay. So my brain just said, get used to it. That's how we're doing it. We're doing it like that. So if you want in on the money manifesting master training, we're calling it Rollin' in Dough, of course. It's going to be $88 until Thursday at midnight PST. So I think that's the 6th. So we have money manifesting master training. This is why we called it Rollin' in Dough, because it's way too hard to fucking say. Now I get it. Okay. Now I get it why we had to name it that. The Rollin' in Dough money manifesting master training is happening 10/19. It's $88 for right now. And then it's going to go up to $111 on the 6th at midnight PST. The last master training we did, because I'm doing a master training every single month, the last one that we did was my favorite thing I've ever hosted so far. I don't know why. I think because the energy that I approached it with, I was trying something new. And I had just the best time. So the master trainings are fucking dope, is all I want to say. It's a one-time training. The way I describe it is get in, get out, get the information, go fucking apply it. That's how we do it. So this month's master training is about money. We're calling it Rollin' in Dough because money manifestation mastery training is really hard to say. And when you sign up, you get a copy of my Rollin' in Dough affirmation albums as a bonus. So you'll get those in your email. By the way, if you've signed up now or until I haven't actually finalized the email that sends you the affirmation album. So you'll get it later today. But I just haven't, I just had to put up a quick, thank you, you're in, watch your inbox because the stuff is coming. So you will get it soon. I just haven't had a chance to put that in there yet, but you'll get it. So the master trainings are, again, it's short, it's sweet. It's about channeling the energy and the information for the people that are there, for the people that are going to be listening and giving you exactly what you need to hear so that you can shift your mindset and go forward with a new perspective in your manifestations. So we're talking about money in this month's master training. Again, it's $88 to grab a ticket. until the 6th at midnight, and then it goes up to 111. Everyone that's in Synergy, you just get that automatically. You're part of the deal. We also have the Love and Specific Person channeling and Q&A session happening on 10/25. This is the only place I'm going to be answering specific person questions anymore. And I'm going to be doing it. It's going to be better than Mindset Monday because we'll be including numerology, tarot, and astrology. And I'm going to have special VIP seats if anybody wants to upgrade, where you actually get to come onto the chat, onto the thing and talk with me live. So we have hot seat coaching, upgrades, and the live channeling Q&A that will be intuition and like divination tools to help you get the best answers to your question regarding love and figure out what the hell your higher self wants to tell you. Someone said I changed my hair color. I haven't changed my hair color. I've just been, I've been growing my natural hair color out for a couple years now. So all this is natural. All this stuff down here is left over and it's almost gone. So I haven't changed it. It's just been growing. And Leanne linked all those links in the chat if you want to just grab a ticket right now. And then finally, we are hosting a boot camp this month as well. Confidence Boot Camp. It's going to be unlike any other course or program I've ever done. So don't expect to know what it's going to be like. It's not like the confidence workshop that I already have, the Confident AF. It's nothing like that. I mean, not that it's bad, but it's just not that. It's completely different. So it will require you to show up. It will require you to be pushed out of your limits. And that's the whole point. And of course, Synergy people get all these things I've just mentioned. Yeah, it's the light, probably the light reflecting the pink. Because my hair, it looks red almost. But my hair is pretty like, it's just like dark blonde. Naturally. But the pink light makes it look a lot redder. Okay. I never talked about homework, but I'm gonna right now. Leanne says, Confidence Boot Camp. This is going to be very engaged. Expect some massive change. Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of like we do programs. Like we're switching it up. We're trying new things. And I'm like, I want to do a boot camp and I'm going to push these people out of their comfort zones with love. Like not in a, it's nothing bad, obviously. But, and we're doing it in a super supportive community because this is our group program and you'll have obviously the support of your people in the group. So, I'm really excited to try it because it's like something totally new than we've done. And we're just excited to, do these different experiences and figure out what we like, figure out what you guys like, and figure out what gives everybody the best chance at transformation and growth. Day says, I have to run because I have a paper to finish. Good luck on your paper. You're so smart. And it's like everything just flows for me so easily. Anna says, I'll definitely be doing the Confidence Boot Camp. I need it. Well, Anna, we love you and we're here for you and certainly love having your energy in the groups. So I'd love to see you there. Leanne says, Confidence Boot Camp, it person status. Yeah, the it person thing kind of inspired that. Like when I told you guys from the people in Taking Massive Action took on their own homework of like becoming the it girl or the it person. And that kind of gave us the inspiration to create the Confidence Boot Camp. So everything is like feeding off of each other. It's really nice. Like we've learned one thing here and then I'm like, let's make a program about that thing. And these people need this thing. And so everything is just like growing and building off of the last thing. So it's been really fun. Okay. Brianna, congrats on releasing your new cover. Turn nervous to excited. Someone, I can't remember who said it. It might have been Dr. Joe, but I might be wrong. So please don't quote me there. Somebody was saying that nervous and excited are the same emotion. They're just kind of like on opposite frequencies of the mental spectrum. So like nervous and excited is the same feeling in your body, but the way you associate, like, is it a good thing or scary? Nervous. I'm sorry, a bad thing or scary, then you're nervous. If it's a good thing or it's, awesome or whatever, that it's excitement, but it's the same feeling in your body. So turn your nerves to excitement. We call it nerve excitement. So switch I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just released my cover. It's going to work out. People love my take on it. They love my lyrics. I'm happy with it. I'm so excited. And the other thing is like that's where your energy needs to be at. The other thing is like, this is just your first one, right? Oh no, no. No, maybe not your first one. But what I wanted to say is that it's not the only one. There's going to be more. So, Bashar said that. Thanks, Dina. So I would say that, getting into the habit of thinking that way about your manifestation, your song, your music, everything is really going to be important, because it's not the only song you're going to release. You're going to release more, and you want to make sure that every time you release, you have supporting thoughts to sustain it. And that reminds me of some taking massive action stuff we talked about supporting yourself after you do take change and make waves in your world, is the mental and emotional support that you have to provide for yourself in order to maintain the shift. So if you're interested in, like, what I'm going to do is start putting the replays up from all of these programs and selling them, putting them on my website for you to sign up for and listen to them. And then you can download it and then have them forever, have them at your leisure, because they're just so good. They're good. I'm sorry. I'm excited about it. We've been doing good stuff. So, taking massive action will be available. We're not going to make the group sessions available. So if anyone's don't worry, your group sessions are safe. Only the people who are in your group will have access to your group sessions. So I'll just say that for anybody, like for 360, we're bringing it around again. You only get access to the group sessions that you're currently in. So, just so if anyone's, curious, the group stuff isn't going out there. It's just like the teaching portion and the Q&A portion. So none of the stuff where it's private, where you're doing group studies, none of that goes out. But on the master trainings, when I do the Q&A stuff, that will be on there. But it's not your voice or your face or anything like that. Okay. It's just me reading the questions. Just like with mindset, it's the same kind of concept. When I do the Q&As at the end of the classes, I just do them like I do mindset. I just read the questions. So, so taking massive action will be available as a mini course. Pass the test will be available, and move the fuck on will all be available as mini courses, because they're just really good. And I think they should live on. We think they should live on the team. Actually, it was the team that was like, these should not just go away forever. You need to like do something about this, because these are great. So thanks, team. Dina says, the other day I put on a Roxy Talks shirt and subconsciously put on Mickey Mouse earrings with it. It's Disney, baby. Oh my God. I posted a reel the other day of like my Britney Spears record. Britney Spears records. And somebody was like, is that you? And I was like, it's Britney, bitch. And then Instagram flagged the comment and wouldn't post it because they said it was a hateful comment. I'm like, you don't know Britney. What are you doing? So I contested it. I was like, I'm going to need a human to review this. But the person was obviously not a fucking Britney fan, because they did not let my comment go through. I'm like, whatever, Instagram. But leave the people up who are making the Roxy Talks too. Okay, here's something real fast. I only have one profile on Instagram. I will never, ever DM you and offer you a reading. Ever. When the fuck have I ever wanted to just message you guys and give you a love reading? I had to make a separate program, one night only, to address it. So if you get a suspicious DM from an account telling you I felt your aura and I just wanted to give you a reading, it's not me. I don't know if I've ever just randomly DM'd somebody. Maybe like maybe once or twice. I don't know. Like as far as like people in the audience, like, like I've never just randomly like DM'd somebody. So especially to offer a fucking reading. I don't do readings. So why would I offer that? So why does anybody that gets that email think it's me? But anyways, I only have one profile. So if you see Roxy Talks 2, or you see Roxy.talks, or you see Roxy Talks with 2 L's, or you see Roxy Talks with a 1 as the L instead of an L, Roxy Talks _ that shit's not me. I don't have another account. I can barely fucking handle the one I have. Thank you for letting me be random. I'm just like, I was talking about something else and I got distracted. But yeah, just know that I don't believe the fake accounts. It's not me. Oh, that's what it was. The Instagram wouldn't let me say it's Brittany, bitch, but they let these accounts stay up that I report as impersonating me. Other people we report as a scam. And they just let them stay up there fucking scamming people and trying to take money from them. So like they need to get their fucking priorities straight. Pumpkin Spice says, Miss Cleo will give you a reading. Yeah, Miss Cleo will. And that is not Roxy Talks. And if Miss Cleo messaged me out of the blue asking if I wanted a reading, I would be suspicious. And I would be like, it's probably not Miss fucking Cleo. Why would Miss Cleo just message me out of the blue and ask me if I want a reading in terrible grammar? Do you not see the grammar with which I write all of my posts? Do you see the punctuation? Do you see the pronouns and the prepositions? So anyways, well, we've had people that are like, I've had someone email me and be like, Roxy, I can't believe you would do this. I trusted you. I thought, and you're trying to sell me a reading and get money from me. I'm like, there's an underscore in that. Oh, shit. So, Dee, you got followed by one. Yeah, well, they go through my list and they follow the people that follow me. So, like, they're like, "Ooh, Roxy's following me. Roxy's backup account." I don't have a backup account. I don't have one. I'm confident that my account will stay there, so I don't have a backup one. And even if I did, I wouldn't use it to message you to tell you that I felt your energy and that you need a $200 reading from me. I don't do that. I'm like if you build it, they will come. That's the way I live. Here's my products. I'm coming. I have email. I have live streams. I have videos and podcasts. That's how I'm telling you about my shit. Other than that, if you want it, great. It's going to be amazing. If you don't, I don't fucking care. I don't. I mean, with love, I just don't care. I can't care. I can't have any attachment to whether people don't join my programs or not. Because that, like that has nothing to do with how I run the program, and it can't. So it can't matter at all. And so I really just like, if you don't join in, I don't care. But if you do, fuck yeah, we're going to have an amazing time. So anyways, I'm not DMing you for readings. Report that shit, please, as soon as you see that. Don't report my real account. No one would ever do that. I love my account, and it's great. And even if it went away tomorrow, I would just not give a fuck about it because weird shit's happening. And I'm going to stop talking right now, but I just want to say whatever happens is fine. Whatever happens is best case scenario, and it's going to make everything work out even better. And I won't message you to wire me some money so I can get home no, that's not going to happen. So homework again. Oh my God. How do I keep doing 3 hours? How is this happening? Somebody, I need to bring that fucking alarm clock back. Somebody needs to put a leash on me. All right. Your homework is to... Ooh, this is what they just said in my head. Script about something fantastic. And what I mean by that is that I want you to script some sort of like fantasy, not unbelievable, but more of like I want you to make up a new high return, exciting goal and script it as if it already happened. Because, Coben, have I thought about doing a TED Talk? Yeah, all the time. Definitely will. Definitely will one day. Pumpkin Spice says, it's almost 6. Holy cheese, time flew. I know. It's almost 6. I'm a half hour past my own dinner time. Okay, so, I had cereal today though, so I'm not like super... Pumpkin Spice Cheerios, and they're gluten-free and vegan with marshmallow milk. That's what I call vanilla almond milk because it tastes like marshmallows in your cereal. And it's just such a great combo. Okay. Antoinette says, you did 3 hours because someone needed this message, including you. Well, I'm here for you, and I'm glad you guys are here, and I appreciate it. Coben says, strange. I actually scripted something like that last night. You gave me the inspiration because you said something about it earlier, and can you give us a little... Okay, since you inspired it, can you give us a little bit of an example of what you did so that we can share it? And then I'll give you something else so that you have more homework to do since you already did this last night. Linda, thank you, Linda. Appreciate you. Says, been getting addicted to checking tarot for confirmation. Feels like it takes away my power. How can I balance and use positively, or should I stop altogether? They said go down to once a week. Can you check for once a week? Just check once a week to keep yourself on track. Because like, I think it's fine to use tarot as, like you said, confirmation, or as like a gauge of where your energy is. But if you're relying on it to tell you what's happening, then you're not choosing. You know what I mean? And then you get stuck in that cycle. So how about I'm just going to make up a day. On Sunday, you check your tarot for the week and you decide, like, make it a thing. I liked this part of it. This is what I liked in the tarot. We're going to amplify and like, ooh, this is what's coming. I like this part. This is what I didn't like. These are the things I'm going to change. And that's what I'm going to work on in my story. And this is what I'm going to work on throughout the week when I look at my reactions to things. When 3D stuff comes up, I need to make sure that I'm reacting not like the way that the tarot, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Leanne, your SP starting dinner. You're lucky. Mine isn't. Just kidding. It's okay. We gotta go get lettuce cups. Oh shit. He fucking loves me. Okay. So yeah, Linda, tell me if that resonates. How often are you doing it? But I just am telling you what it said. They said go down to once a week. Those are just the words I heard. Okay, good. Okay, that worked for you. Okay, so try that and let us know. Obviously, so try it today and then let us know next week how that worked for you. And if you were able, and since you were able to only do a once a week check-in, how that has helped you refocus and choose your reality instead of letting it happen to you. Nay says some rent stuff got you here, but now you've been on the stream for 3 hours and it's been such a treat. So I appreciate you and thank you. Okay, Nay says scripting 20,000 in a day because why not? Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So Coben says looking out my window at the skyline, reflecting on my business successes that got me there. And then Coben, we were going to talking about I'm so good at words. Coben was going to let us know about your scripting that you did last night. I want to hear a little more details about that if you don't mind. Nay, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. You're so sweet. Oh my God, Antoinette, shut the front door. Oh my God. Antoinette says, remember Antoinette from earlier started just taking action and just doing something to check stuff off her list. And we decided that she had 5 birds. She was holding 5 birds with one hand. And she just said, I made a cheat meal earlier, started cleaning, and then a bug got in my food right when I sat down to eat it. Man, this shit is working a little too fast. Universe was like, not today. You said, bitch, you're getting your steps in. You better pick a different snack. That is so funny. And that's how it works, man. Like, how long did that take? You've been on the call. It took that long. You came here, you were feeling some type of way, you shifted your energy, you took some action, and you're already seeing the universe fucking come in and make shit happen for you. It's been like an hour, okay? It does not take long for this stuff if you are consistent with the energy and the thought process and you maintain it, okay? Coben says, okay, so you said there's an SP involved, but she's purposely somewhat obscured in the vision since you don't know who it is yet. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Okay, so I want to do the homework is I want everyone to script a big, beautiful dream today. That's just what they said in my head. A BBD, a big, beautiful dream. And I want it to be a new one. So your homework is, and actually, Coben, your homework is the same because what you did last night is great. Keep it in your scripting. But your homework for tonight is to script about a big, beautiful dream, a new big, beautiful dream. So I want everyone, your task will be, I need to think of a goal or an excitement or a possibility for me that I haven't let myself think about yet, or I haven't let myself access yet, or I haven't thought was possible yet, or I haven't even fathomed yet. So I want us to, part 1 of your homework is to think of something that you haven't thought about that you want yet, or to finally like, okay, the big, beautiful dream, right? That's the thing. Something big, beautiful dream. And I don't mean big as in like it's going to be hard. I mean that I want something more than like a cup of coffee. I want something more than just like you got the job. I want something like I fucking got a horse and rode on sandy beach in Mexico with my love. And then we went to dinner and it turns out they had set up 10 dozen roses to propose to me. I don't know. I'm literally just making things up. But some big, beautiful dream that's brand new that you've never really had before. Figure one out. Not just figure it out. Open the door. So we're opening the door right now. Visualize the door opening. All right, door. I'm opening my big, beautiful dream door, and I want something to come through that I have not realized I wanted yet. I want to unlock a new desire, and then tonight, I want you to script about it. And then if it doesn't come tonight, then script about it. Whatever day it comes through that you get the big, beautiful dream coming through, the new one, script about it that night, and then for the rest of the nights for the week until next week, and then we'll talk about it together. Nikiri, is that what you're manifesting? Nikiri's manifesting a horse. I'm like, now I want a horse, man. Maybe I want a horse too. Dina, no, it isn't. It's National We're Amazing, Powerful Creators Day. Shantae, I must have got this from you. Shantae says, what? LOL, I recently did ride horses in Mexico with my love just last month. You did tell me about it, but I'm going to be honest, I forgot. Not that I forget, but I just 65,000 thoughts a day. There's a lot going on in there. But you did tell me that. Maybe it was from you. But I did kind of forget. Coleman says, I watched one of those ambient videos you find on YouTube and imagine myself there. That's amazing. I love, I'm not sure if you're talking about like the meditation music, but I meditate to, blank music every day. And I always end my meditation visiting my ideal self. So it's basically a visualization, but I'm playing like a whole scene, and I'm going and interacting with her and having conversations and, embodying her energy. Mama says, I was looking up horse rides yesterday. Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, somebody's going to be riding on a horse. It came across your Groupon. Pumpkin said horses on everyone's mind. Maybe it's just horse season. It's the time to be. I know I'm late because I got the dude pulling in his trash cans, and that usually does not happen until late at night. So here we are. Okay. It's 6. All right, you guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Your homework is to think of a new, big, beautiful dream and then script it every night this week with your other stuff, right? Obviously add in everything, but I want you to get really clear on, and let's add a new part to your homework. So first is opening the door, asking for I want a new, exciting, thing to experience to come through, a new desire. And then I think we should spend a few minutes doing a visualization. So put on some nice music, put on like affirmation music or meditation music is what I meant to say. And just do like a 5-minute meditation of you experiencing that thing. And then I want you to script about it every night. And obviously, yeah, like work it into your regular scripting. You don't have to just script about that, but I do want it to be included in your daily scripting practice, which I'm just knowing and assuming you do one, because who doesn't? Finn, we appreciate you. Thanks for being here. And honestly, like if you're ever feeling lonely, this is definitely the place to be, because you got a bunch of lone wolves in one room, one virtual room together. So you're definitely not alone. Join our community for more. It doesn't have to end right now. So community.roxytalks.com is where you can sign up for free and just, make a profile and go start connecting with everybody. And Tiffany says a friend just posted on IG of yesterday of her mom and her going horseback riding, and I commented that I want to do it. Maybe I'm going to be on a horse. Maybe we're all going to be on a horse. I keep wanting to sing. My brain keeps wanting to do Lil Nas X, but what it's actually doing is playing on a boat, but it's on a horse. And I cannot, like, my brain will not do Lil Nas X in my head. I literally cannot access the song, but I keep hearing, I'm on a horse and it's moving fast. And so what the fuck is there it is. Old Town Road. Okay, it popped in. Sorry, it took me a minute. I'm like, what's the horse song? It won't come through. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I just heard this too. I don't know why. Hold on. Let me do the thing real fast. This is what it told me I'm just telling you what my intuition says. Yes. It said, everybody that's here right now, can you go to my Instagram profile and comment a horse emoji? Comment a horse emoji if you're still here and you're going to do your scripting homework. Put that on my Instagram post from today. That's what they said. I've never asked anyone to do that before. So yeah, come to Instagram. Hit my phone with a horse. That's Megan would say. Okay. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. I can't wait to hear about this homework next week because Tiffany. I'm excited to see I'm really excited to see like what kind of movement we get from shifting to a big beautiful BBD, because it's going to be a new one. It probably won't have much resistance because it'll be so new and it's going to be fun and exciting, and so shit might happen fast, or we might see evidence of it fast. So it'll be exciting to come back next week and talk about it. So Shantae says, I came thinking, I wonder what the common theme would be so I could learn and get direction. LOL, now I'm just imagining horses. Me too. That's it. It's about horses today. Mama says, OMG. I was like, is she sure? Because Megan. Yeah, I am sure. I am sure because Megan. That's exactly why I thought about it. Hit my phone with a horse, you guys. But only on my Instagram post. Our latest post from today. 3 things successful people are always willing to do. If you're wondering, you can read the post too. And drop a horse in the comment. Okay. I love you. I appreciate you. Oh, Coben, I love it. Says my horse won the race. My horse won the race and now I'm rich. That's kind of a tongue twister. My horse won the race and now I'm rich. My horse won the race and now I'm rich. My horse won the race. There it goes. See? My horse won the race and now I'm rich. My horse won the race. My horse won the race and now I'm rich. Appreciate you. Bye, Mohammed. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. BBD. Our big, beautiful dream. We're going to have an NBBD today or for this week. New big, beautiful dream. Something that doesn't have enough resistance because I just thought about it yesterday. I just realized I wanted to ride horses on the beach. So I really don't have any lifelong resistance built up to that. So, and I'm making this up. I don't know if I ever want to ride horses on the beach. Fucking who doesn't, I guess. I'm sure it's glorious. All right, I have to go. Time for some Lotus Cops. Coben, your horse ran the race, and you were rich before that. All right. Mama's getting caught laughing at my stumbling. Okay. I love you all. I appreciate you. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. Believe in you and be good to yourselves. See you next time.